Candace Owens, or should I say Candace X? Down there, Candace X. Oh, what's going on with this Wi-Fi? Peace and blessings. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? I never seen it do that before. Connection unstable. Wow.
23.
Wow. Yeah, never did that before. Connection is unstable, huh? That's interesting. Peace, peace. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me clear? Because now I never had this little alert before on my display. This little Wi-Fi alert. Let's say the connection is unstable. Yeah, I never seen that before. Salute. As D Fair Common Sense, George Allen, salute, Supreme Touch. Cousin Pookie on the couch, Live Pacquiao, salute, man. We here. Yeah, they definitely, the devil was definitely Devin. Devin the dude, salute Devin the dude. But I mean the real devil, not the homie. Yeah, so we're gonna definitely get into this subject. Quote unquote, quote, I was always told you can never speak about anything or know anything about Farrakhan because they're just gonna play the clip.
Because ID writes, can you please interview Farrakhan? He's in his 90s. I actually don't know anything about Louis Farrakhan because when I got into politics, I was always told you can never speak about or know anything about Louis Farrakhan because he's a raging anti-Semite. And I believed that. I'm going to be honest, totally believed that because why would people say that if it wasn't true? And these were people very much on the right. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and be honest about that. That was what I was told.
Yeah, there you go. You see it. Notice how she speaks in past tense terms here. I believed with an ED because that's what I was told. By who? By my politics handlers. Since I came into politics, even though she's a journalist, but then of course she got into politics as a political pundit, political journalism. But let's run that back. Let's play that a few times throughout the course.
ID writes, can you please interview Farrakhan? He's in his 90s. I actually don't know anything about Louis Farrakhan because when I got into politics, I was always told you can never speak about or know anything about Louis Farrakhan because he's a raging anti-Semite. And I believed that. I'm going to be honest, totally believed that because why would people say that if it wasn't true? And these were people very much on the right. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and be honest about that. That was what I was told.
That's what I was told. George Allen say receipts. Don't we love them receipts over here on the campaign trail? We love us some receipts over here. So now I'm gonna immediately get to sharing the StreamYard link for all of the critics, the detractors, the ops that got so much to say against her and have so much to say against me for promoting her. She's only 35 years old. I don't know how much you expect her to know. She's only 35, 20 years younger than me. I'm old enough to be her daddy, right? So she's telling you, regardless, if she's lying, I don't know if she had no history of lying. She says she don't know nothing about him other than what everybody else knows about him. If y'all know more about Farrakhan and y'all think that Farrakhan is good or bad or whatever the case is, if you black and you say that he's good, why ain't you with him? Why aren't you with him? If she's supposed to be with him, why aren't you with him? You know what I'm saying? Is she supposed to be more with him or more down for him than you are? So let's have a conversation about this. I'm going to play this all throughout this episode and we're going to break it down. We're going to break it down.
ID writes, can you please interview Farrakhan? He's in his 90s. I actually don't know anything about Louis Farrakhan because when I got into politics, I was always told you can never speak about or know anything about Louis Farrakhan.
Because when I got into politics, I was always told that you can never know anything. You, black girl, can never know anything or speak anything. He's Candyman, right? He's Beetlejuice, Candyman, and Bloody Mary or Bloody Jesus all in one. So is she lying? You know, of course she knows something about Farrakhan. I'm sure she means she don't know no more than the rest of us know. Because why should she? If she's getting paid and promoted and supported, why does she need to know anything about Farrakhan? They're probably paying her to not know nothing about Farrakhan, to keep her distracted, keep her occupied so she won't use her brilliance to find out about Farrakhan. And she wasn't interested in finding out about Farrakhan until they labeled her the same type of raging anti such and such as they labeled him. So now they done created an activist monster, and she been pushing the line, the same exposing of this beast that Farrakhan been pushing for 70 something years, right? 70 years. So I want to hear from you. Uncle Cam wants to hear from you right now regarding Candace Owens, because she's a sellout, right? She's a sellout that's anti-black, anti-this. Okay, is she more anti-black than Bloods and Crips? Is she more anti-black than Planned Parenthood? You know, our sisters that's going to anti their own children to the tune of 30 million so far. So let's go. It's Friday. Y'all ain't got no job. Y'all ain't got nothing else to do. Let's go. Let's get into this, shall we? Here's the link. Don't type. Hop on the live with Brother Cam. If you hear me, you see me. I don't respect typing. This is not typing class. This is not court stenography. This is Brother Cam on the live, sharing the link, calling you out if you disagree with me. Now, if you won't talk live and you watching me live and you know this is live because I'm gonna be reading the comments, what does that say about you? If you talking bad about Candace Owens and I'm calling you out, what does that say about you? Let's go. Ruben say, bring him out. George Allen, FOI certified. Bring him out. Squab Cook, salute. Andre Christian, what's up? Adrian Martinez, there's an old clip of Candace calling the minister an anti. That's what she just said. There's old clips of Detroit Red selling ass, selling girls. But then you know him as Malcolm X. So we talking about today. We talking about what we are today, what we doing today. Ask D Fair Common Sense, 420 Alien Age, salute. Bless up, Kev. Candace can't come to the cookout. Who cookout? She coming to ours. You got a bigger black cookout than the NOI got? She invited to the cookout. Now what? Is your cookout more black than ours? Yeah, white husband, half, mulatto children and all. She invited to our cookout. You coming? Have you ever been to our cookout? Let's go. CLI, peace to the gods. No turning back. Yeah, man, we just getting started. DJ Universal, she was born in 1989. By the time she was 5 years old, the minister was not to be shown on TV a lot. A lot of people didn't know of the minister until social media. That's right. So what do we expect from a whole generation that as soon as they was born, like DJ Universal said, the minister was already cancel cultured. He was already white bald. Yeah. Hop on here with me. Bless up, Kev. Let's talk. We all got opinions. Let's put some receipts out there, though. Let's put some receipts on it. Let's put some respect on these receipts. I'm pushing Candace Owens, white husband and all. I've been pushing her for the last year or two during the pandemic, but especially during the presidential campaign of Harris, while y'all was trying to push Harris was so pro-black, and you know who she married to, and you knew what her her career path and her career history of locking black people up was, but she can't, but this girl can't come to the cookout. You voted for the slave master wench that, allegedly to rule you and to rule me, but Candace Owens can't come to the cookout. Man, if y'all don't hop on this live with me, if y'all don't hop on this live with me, they got a StreamYard link. Yeah. So let's play this again. Let's play this. We're gonna play this all night.
ID right.
This is not like us. This the Kendrick version. This the Candace version of they not like us. We're gonna play this all night.
ID Rights, can you please interview Farrakhan? He's in his 90s. I actually don't know anything about Louis Farrakhan because when I got into politics, I was always told you can never speak about or know anything about Louis Farrakhan because he's a raging anti-Semite. And I believed that. I'm gonna be honest, totally believed that. Because why would people say that if it wasn't true? And these were people very much on the right. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and be honest about that. That was what I was told.
That's what I was told. So that's what I believe because that's what I was told by the people that made me rich and famous. So why would I go against them? Why would I think anything different? Especially if I believe in God and the Christian God, and I'm thinking that the Christian God blessed me with this position. So the devil deceived the whole earth, right? Even in the name of God and Christianity and journalism and politics, the devil deceives the whole earth. Who you think he's trying to deceive the whole earth about? Who would the devil be trying to deceive the whole earth about other than Jesus, other than God and Jesus? And she's admitting it at 35 years young, 3 children with a white British husband, Catholic. She's admitting it publicly. That's something Malcolm didn't even do. That's something our brother Malcolm and our brother Khaled didn't even do. Right? If we're gonna go there. So it ain't how you start, it's how you finish, right? It's not how you start. The race ain't to the swift or the strong, right? It's to who? Those that can endure to the end, those that know how to finish, those know how to get it right and adjust and change and at the end. It's not about the beginning, it's about the end, right? Anybody feel a certain way about those comments that I just said? Anybody want to hop on here with me and speak to me on those subjects? Y'all know more about my brothers and my nation and our leaders than I do. There's the StreamYard link. It's Friday. Let's turn it up. Let's go on up. Let's go on upstairs to the upper room with this. Yeah. Adrian Martinez, I rock with Candace. I just hope she actually does her research on Farrakhan and sets up a dialogue. She don't need to do no dialogue with Farrakhan. He might not even speak. He already spoke for 70 years. He ain't got nothing really he need to say. I'm not saying that he won't do it, but just the fact that she's speaking. God and Farrakhan is speaking through Candace Owens. She's saying exactly the same thing he been saying. That he been getting in trouble and labeled as the #1 anti such and such in the world. She's saying exactly the same thing he's saying. She don't need to meet with him. That's just something for us to talk about. She has met with him. If she's saying the same things he's saying, she already has met with him, right? They share the same mind. They share the same understanding and the same goal, apparently, if she's trying to expose them publicly on such a grand viral scale. She going 1 million views every day. So she don't need to meet with him physically. David Lartigue, Compton in the house, Compton Wise, Hub and a Dub. Yeah, let's play it again, Sam. Let's play this again.
ID Rights, can you please interview Farrakhan? He's in his 90s. I actually don't know anything about Louis Farrakhan because when I got into politics, I was always told you can never speak about or know anything about Louis Farrakhan because he's a raging anti-Semite. And I believed that. I'm gonna be honest, totally believed that because why would people say that?
I believed that. She just talked fast. She's not saying I still believe it. If you hear the whole phrase and paragraph in context, she's saying I believed with a D. I believed that. Let's listen to it again.
Why would people say that if it was anti-Semite? And I believed that. I'm gonna be honest, totally believed that.
I totally believed that because
why would people say that if it wasn't true? And these were people very much on the right. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and be honest about that. That was what I was told.
So I believed that because that's what I was told. It's all past tense terms, all past tense, right? And she was on the right. So meaning this was, I guess, Republicans or conservatives that was saying that. But now the tides turn because these was her bosses. These was her handlers, her employers, her sponsors, her funders, right? That made her rich and famous, that realized and recognized her brilliance and hurry up and snatched her up so she wouldn't learn about Farrakhan and start being a brilliant journalist for Farrakhan, right? So she became a brilliant journalist for Catholicism, for her Catholic faith, for Christ is King, her understanding of Christ, which is the same person, it's the same subject. She just don't know it yet. She's finding out fast. She's getting a crash course in seeing that those is the same subjects. and it's marvelous in our sight and marvelous in our ears, right?
Called unidentified flying objects that you and white people put above top secret. That's real. There's a plane out there made like a wheel. Ezekiel saw it 550 years before Jesus was born. A wheel in the middle of the air, run by the grace of God, with eyes all around it, meaning people in it. It's not from another planet. It's made by the Son of Man to destroy this world. It's up there now, 40 miles above us. It's like a city in the sky. And I saw, as it were, a city come down from heaven. It's made like that. It has 1,500 little planes on it. They follow me everywhere I go. You can take it or leave it.
So let's I'm just trying to do a little cassette tape, mixtape.
ID writes, can you please interview Farrakhan? He's in his 90s. I actually don't know anything about Louis Farrakhan because when I got into politics, I was always told you can never speak about or know anything about Louis Farrakhan.
To impress you.
It's above top secret. This is why you can never know anything about Farrakhan, because of that subject right there that he's talking about. This is the above top secret man of the above top secret subject, of which y'all, our own people, called us crazy nut cases for the last 30 years or whatever, right? Now the same people, white people that you worship and try to vote to rule you, is coming out and telling you that this is real and this is true, and you know they got us all checkmated. Their technology is thousands, if not million years ahead of ours, and they still lying because they're telling you that it's aliens. This is the man they say don't ever study about him. Don't ever talk about him. Don't ever talk to him, because he knows the truth. He is the man of this UFO phenomenon.
That you call unidentified flying objects in the sky. And I saw, as it were, a city come down from heaven. It's made like that. It has 1,500 little planes on it. They follow me everywhere I go. You can take it or leave it. I'm not trying to impress you. I know the power that is behind that wheel. And the power of the wheel is the power that guides me. I'm not before you of myself. I am a guided man. That's why the white man is tearing his hair out, because he's plotted against me at every turn, but he can't seem to get me. Maybe God will deliver me into your hands to deliver me from your hands.
Alien Age say she's still corny for believing what them people was telling her about the minister and not doing her own homework. I bet they didn't tell her not to marry that white guy. Well, you got to keep in mind that she's only 30. Well, I don't know how old she was when she got with him, but she only 35 now, right? If somebody is just like an NBA or NFL, if somebody see your talent, they gonna isolate you. You know, the scouts and the recruiters and all that is gonna isolate you and keep you occupied. They're gonna give you money, they're gonna give you fame, they're gonna give you luxury resources and all of that, and they're gonna bombard you. They're gonna keep your brain occupied with what they know you and your family needs or wants. So that's not a subject that she didn't get into politics or journalism to be a black activist. She didn't, obviously, if she married who she married and, you know, she's interested in intellectual, you know, journalism and studies and this and that. So you don't know how a person starts off. We just know, you know, how we end up or where we end up. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm X didn't, you know, he was like I said, Malcolm X was selling ass. He was selling, you know, box. He was on the blade. Malcolm X was on the blade, wasn't he? Or Detroit Red. So why don't we know how to accept when we see it happening in our lifetime among our own little brothers and sisters? Why do we get so stuck on, you know, she didn't do this, or she corny, or he corny, and he didn't do this, when they doing the most revolutionary shit ever right now, more than what we doing against the real enemy? Why is that? It don't mean, you know, yeah, it don't mean we worshiping them, right? We know who our leader is, right? Why they can't be our spokespeople? Why you can't let them do what you see they doing? Why is that? Why they can't come to the cookout and all that, but we voting for Biden and we voting for Harris? They got hot sauce in their purse and greens and pork in the bathtub and shit, but these Candace can't come to the cookout. Like, what's wrong with us, man? What's wrong with us? And then you won't listen to the real ones. You won't listen to the real, the vets of this. We the vets of this. So you don't agree with her. You don't agree with the vets. You just agree with what you want to do. Like, all right. That's why I'm here getting y'all blood off my hands or whatever, and letting Candace on and K-Dot and everybody know that, you know, we with y'all. Don't worry about what the rest of your people that's trolling or hating or jealous or whatever. Don't worry about it. The real ones is with you. The real ones with y'all. So, because these same kind of dirt and all that is always being held over my head too. Anybody that used to do dirt or used to do this and then come to Islam, the NOI or Farrakhan, they finna say, nigga, you wasn't you this and you did this. Like, yeah, whatever, I did it. So since you want to keep using that, then you stay over there. You ain't got to ever deal with me. I'm going to be over here waking my people up. I'm going to be over here warring with the real enemy while you talking about it. So, you know, do you? You know what I'm saying? I've been doing me with this man right here for the last 34 years straight. Y'all know it. So whoever I nominate, whoever I speak out and promote, holla at me about it. Holla at me about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one promoting. I'm the one upsetting you. Don't get upset at her. Get upset at me. Holla at me about it. Yeah. See a lot. Farrakhan say ride, we ride. Yeah, and Farrakhan ain't even saying ride. Farrakhan ain't saying ride on nobody. I mean, you know, not physically, but he did say, you know, certain things or whatever, and we've been following our instructions. But yeah, we ain't talking about doing nothing physical to nobody, unless they doing something physical to us. Yeah, that's Candace X damn near. She down there Candace X. You know, if she's really honest about her faith, you know, if she loves her nature, which is Islam, if she loves her nature, which is truth, I'm talking about the nature of the original black man and woman. If she really is getting back locked in and tuned in with her divine nature, then she's Candace X in a few days. Because she's going to renounce Owens. She's going to renounce all that. Like, it's natural. Like if you keep on nursing from a healthy mother's breast, healthy colostrum and breast milk, and you do that for 2 years straight, you're going to grow teeth. Whether you ever had teeth and understand what teeth is for or not, you're going to grow teeth. Certain things just going to naturally grow spiritually, mentally. You know what I'm saying? Once you feeding from the right information, you feeding from truth, certain things just going to naturally grow and other things going to naturally fall off. That's how it works. That's how these things work. So it ain't got nothing to do with feelings. Right. Anytime you have a cookout, understand that flies is going to show up for sure. Yep. Flies and other rodents, not just flies, rodents. You know what I'm saying? All kind of undesirable show up for the cookout. All right. Nate, didn't she jump to defend the cops when the cops popped the sister Sandra Massey? I don't know. I know Malcolm X used to sell ass. That's what I do know. I know what I used to do. I know what Khaled used to do. I know what Elijah Muhammad used to do. I know what a lot of people used to do. What that got to do with it? We talking about what we doing today. We talking about what we saying today, what we represent today. Candace Owens ain't never said nothing worse than what Minister Farrakhan or Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad or me or us, Nation of Islam, has said in holding our own black people accountable for our BS. She ain't came nowhere close. So why she ain't got the right to say it? Because she got a white husband? Why y'all just voted for Harris? Why she can't say that and all she doing is talking and you just voted for somebody that been locking your people up for the last 30-something years or whatever? Or 40, more than that, her and Biden. And they destroyed Biden and Hillary, got rid of your best friend in Africa, which was Muammar Gaddafi. Right? So Candace Owens can't have been mentally dead like Malcolm and all of us was before. What that mean? What that got to do with anything? Hop on here with me though. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I need that live man to man or adult to adult energy, like real time energy though. That's what I need. You know, that's what I need. This is a live. This is a live. There's the StreamYard link. Let's go live. I want to defend her live. So y'all got some accusations. Y'all got some she ain't invited, she ain't one of us. Hit me with it live because I'm gonna ask you 2 or 3 questions and see which one of y'all got the bigger nuts. See which one of y'all is really riding against the real enemy the most. Yeah. See what that mouth do. Hop on here with me. Yeah. Trip, make it not. She said George Floyd died because of fentanyl. Did he? I don't know. I wasn't there. Did he have it in his system? Did he have that in his system? I don't know. Let's talk about it. Anybody want to hop on here and talk about it? You know, what's wrong with talking? Man, talking don't hurt, right? Unless you scared of getting embarrassed. I'm not scared of getting embarrassed. I'm not scared of getting corrected. I'm not scared of getting proved wrong. That's what I'm on here for. That's why I probably be so bitter or so whatever, because I be so disappointed that don't nobody want to fade me. I be disappointed that we type and we talk about people, but we won't talk with the people. So that I just be, irritated. So that be the energy that I get on here with, because I know niggas gonna be typing and ain't gonna get on here and say nothing. They ain't gonna say nothing. As soon as you get off here, they gonna hit your wall up. They gonna write all over your wall. They gonna bang out. They gonna bang out. Whacked out murals. They gonna whack out my murals on all my posts. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm standing outside, it's a ghost town. It's Scooby-Dooby-Doo mystery machine, ghost town. Nobody. Ghost town DJs. Nobody on the dance floor. I want to dance. Whitney Houston, I want to dance with somebody. Shit. Why y'all want to dance, man? Rube said, Apostle Paul was a persecuted and deleted of Christians and became the greatest witness of Christ once he had an awakening experience. Hey man, sound about regular to me. Sound about how it go to me. Yeah. On a roll, super soft ass ninjas. Man. Nate, I know the game. Both parties are trash. Did she convert to Islam? Is that why you taking up for her? Man, are you gonna get on here with me? I don't understand that question. I don't know which parties is trash. Republicans and Democrats, and convert. If you know that the definition of Islam, that's the nature of the original man and woman. You don't convert to your own nature. You return, you reclaim, you return to being your own nature. You return to being a Muslim. If you black, I'm taking up for her because she's speaking the truth on that level of a platform. She got more nuts than all my rap peers put together. All these tough gangsters, revolutionaries, all of that. That's on her fame level. She got more nuts than all of them put together. That's what I'm taking up for. Hashim Wilson, salute. What ethnicity was Father Muhammad? According to what we taught, his father was a jet black man and his mother was a Caucasian woman from the Caucasus Mountain region. So he was biracial. Father was jet black, like Brother Khaled that you see right here. Father named Alfonso, black like that. And his mother was a jet black, was a white woman from the Caucasus Mountain from the bloodline of Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So that's half original person. That's called a half original, or what they call a mulatto, which still is black. Same thing Barack Obama or whatever allegedly is. Thank you for the question and the super chat, Hashim. Yeah, and Ruben said correction, what ethnicity is, because he's still alive and in power. So it wasn't what ethnicity was he, what ethnicity is he. Quality High Records, LLC, peace be to El Haj Malik El Shabazz. Okay, peace to you also. You got any comment on the subject, any question or comment on the subject, or you're free to hop on the live. We try to stay on topic over here. The topic is Candace Owens. This is the topic right here.
Being anti-Semite. ID writes, can you please interview Farrakhan? He's in his 90s. I actually don't know anything about Louis Farrakhan because when I got into politics, I was always told you can never speak about or know anything about Louis Farrakhan because he's a raging anti-Semite. And I believed that. I'm going to be honest, totally believed that. Because why would people say that if it wasn't true? And these were people very much on the right. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and be honest about that. That was what I was told.
Notice how she speaks in past tense. That's what I was told. I believed that because that's what I was told. That you weren't supposed to ever speak about or know anything about him. who had that kind of influence in politics and in journalism, in the media game that she had just entered, that can tell her that she should never speak about or know anything about Farrakhan because he was a raging anti-Semite, according to them. And now she's called the raging anti-Semite, right? And she's a Catholic. She's not a Muslim. She's married to a white man and got 3 children with a white man. And she's a raging anti-Semite now. So maybe that's why she's pushing the line that she's pushing, and maybe that's why I'm supporting her. Maybe. Hashim Wilson, how old was Muhammad's youngest wife? I don't know. It's different hadith that says Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, youngest wife was 11, 9, or whatever, but they had prearranged marriages back then, and it wasn't no sexual contact. You marry somebody for 10 years or something, or you might even have a wife that you never have sexual contact with. That wasn't the purpose, and it wasn't the definition of marriage back then, just like slave wasn't the same definition. Abdul means slave. If you heard of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or Abdul Rauf or whatever, Abdul means slave. Just like wife means what wife meant back then. Wife don't mean sex. Wife don't mean sex. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know it's a such thing as prearranged marriages in the African and the Muslim world? So you can marry somebody, but you never touch them until they mature enough to be touched. Did y'all know that? But since you're asking the question, Hashim, and that's a great question, how old was King Tut? How old was all my great Kemet Egyptologists, Hotep brothers and sisters that love to push that line? How old was King Tut when he came to power, when he became king? How old was he when he died? How old was his wife? And how old was his wife when she got pregnant and lost a child, according to history and research? Somebody tell me that. Hashim, you know the answer to that? How old was King Tut? And how old was his wife? And how old was she when she got pregnant and lost a child? All right. They just think they donations getting. I mean, that's cool. You may as well pay to play. I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm not dodging nothing. I'm not ducking nothing except my own bedroom activity. I'm not going to tell you what I do in the bedroom, and I can't tell you what nobody else do in the bedroom because I wasn't there. Neither were you. Right? So why do we even want to know what goes on in somebody's bedroom? That's that Diddy business. That's that Disney business. Is that what this is about right here? Is that the kind of person or subject matter or that you think I am? I'm involved in other people's bedroom business. But I'll let you ask the question. I'll let you pay to play if that's what we're doing. Elmatic, yeah, it's all good. Not paid. Both are trash. One of these days I will call in. Why not right now? I'm not good on the phone. This ain't the phone. This is a FaceTime. It's just regular conversation. Nobody else can interfere or interrupt. It just be me and you. But all right. Universal. Candace Owens is caught up in what? What is Candace Owens caught up with? Just understand that we're adults, and we don't have to talk in riddles and fragments and nothing like that. We can actually get on here and say the full idea. We can say our full idea with Brother Cam, and I'm going to shut what Bernie Mac called a F up and let you say it. But then you're going to have to listen to a few questions from me. Because, you know, if y'all saying or certain accusations or certain judgments against her, and I'm promoting her, I'm for her, and you're against her, then you're going to have to answer some questions from me after you say your part. Y'all down with that? That sound fair, right? That sound fair, don't it? Or is that maybe why y'all just type and won't show up? Because you don't want me to ask you nothing live? Is that what it is? Quality High Records. Jesus, the mother of Mary, was also a young girl. Kemet say, I think he was like 14. Talking about King Tut. No, he was 9. He was 9, if I'm not mistaken, and he died at 18. He was on the throne at 9. He got his little wife pregnant at 10 or something like that. So is there such thing as a miniature pregnancy? If a 10-year-old get pregnant by a 10-year-old, is that a little mini pregnancy? It don't really hurt. That's a junior pregnancy? Or is that the same thing as if a 50-year-old or a 60-year-old got the 10-year-old pregnant? What's going to be the difference? But this is who you worship. We were so king and powerful. Yeah, Egypt this and Hotep this and my Ankh and all of that. But when it comes to really living the lifestyle and digesting the reality of how we really lived, and shit, now we got slave master morals. It was a pedo. That was a pitiful. That was child pornography. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk. Can we? Anybody want to get on here and talk about life and nature? The laws and the rules of nature, why nature and God gives girls their menstrual cycle at a certain age, and what does that mean? I don't care what you think or the white man or how you feel about it. What does nature say that means? What does God and nature say it means when a girl gets her menses, her first menstrual cycle or first period? What did that mean? Anybody want to talk about that? Yeah. Universal throwing up the signs wearing black and white. The industry got I don't know what you talking about. Man, yeah. I don't know, man. Why y'all don't want to hop on here with me, man? Can y'all hop on here with me and explain what the heck y'all talking about? What y'all typing about? Please don't type. Or if you type, back it up with a live explanation. Hop on here with me, man. Can y'all do that? Salute Candace Owens been sniping them people, them small caps left and right lately. More power to her. Kingdom United, Tut ruled age 9 to 18. They say he passed from infection, but research his wife. Research his age, the age of his wife. And he got her pregnant at what age? And they lost the baby and all of that, right? Why y'all can accept that? Why y'all worship that? You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you, Tone, but the people that claim they so outraged at Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? They so outraged at Muhammad, but it's okay when King Tut do it, right? You're gonna promote King Tut. Haki Kwalik Shakur, King Tut was 8 years old. His wife was 13 when they got married. So according to that story, I heard different research. Mate, we can't view history through the lens of today. Man, I don't. Yeah, got to view it some kind of way, right? Ramadani Duff. I mean, we talked about this already. Can you prove that Candace Owens, what did it say, is black when it's suitable? Well, it's never suitable to expose the synagogue of Satan or to call out the powers of this wicked powers of this world. So is that safe? What's suitable about that? What's suitable about it? Are you doing more black revolutionary warfare for our people than she is right now, Ramadani? We definitely can put them on the scale. We can put all of our works on the scale right now. We talking about her because she's doing something. I'm promoting her because she's doing something against the beast on an epic level, which is for our people. Anybody want to dispute me? I'm going to teach y'all some lessons if God please. Teach y'all some lessons about Detroit Red and Malcolm X, the one that you claim is the greatest black leader, or Brother Khaled, Dr. Khaled. I'm going to teach y'all a few lessons if y'all got the heart to hop on here with me. Y'all don't want them lessons, huh? Nah, they don't want the Illmatic. I'm not ready to go live. I'm not ready. I'm ready to write on your wall. I'm ready to vandalize your chat wall, but I'm not ready to talk and show that I'm the one who did it. Gotcha. For sure. Right. Matt or Mate say anybody that don't like Candace Owens probably isn't well read. Keyword probably, right? Well read, well studied, well educated, well researched. Right? We just so childish, man. We so immature and childish and emotional. So that don't move nothing though. That don't matter. It don't matter. Don't matter. So I already know how you feel about me, right? I know how you feel about me when I go against your rap heroes, when I promote people like Candace Owens, when I go against your presidential campaign nominees. I know how you feel about me. Has it stopped me, or do it seem like it fuels me to even get stronger and go harder? Sir Miguel, salute. I see you. Hashim, Candace is smart, witty, and pretty. Kemet, what up, bro? You gotta unmute your mic. My brother.
Yo, what up, Cam? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Oh yeah, I was just hopping up, man. You wanted to dialogue, so I said I come dialogue.
Right. So, and by your handle being Kemet, did you hear what I said about somebody was asking about Muhammad? That's we off the subject, but far as you researched, what age was King Tutankhamun when he got on the throne?
I don't know if am I delayed or can you hear me good?
Now you're not delayed to me. I mean, I'm sure it's a delay on this feed, now. But whenever you hear me, finish the sentence, you can jump in.
Okay, cool. Well, from my research, you just corrected me in the chat. I thought it was 14, but I think you're exactly right. They do say the 9-year-old king. From my perspective, from my studies of ancient African studies and history, history shows that was part of African traditions. It was a custom, it was a way of life, or way they did things. So us who did transition and assimilated into America, I think that now a lot of those things look taboo, and now you gotta, it's kind of like you gotta tread lightly on those type of subjects. When in reality, that to me, those are African customs that people upheld.
Why do you think we have to tread lightly all of a sudden? Like this we was victims of this for 400 years, right? The youngest of the young males and females was getting ran through by the slave master from cradle to the grave. Why do we have to tread lightly all of a sudden?
I think because nowadays, people will paint you up in a narrative. People will take a narrative and run with it, and they have you out here looking. Well, when you speak on to me, when I guess the internet world and the world or whoever else, or maybe they're just hearsay.
Are you saying that the people that enslaved us, that controls the narratives? Are you talking our own people that's hypnotized by the people that control the narratives, or are you saying both?
I think I would say both, because like when you speak on the subject about, like, you hear a lot of flack about coming from people about Elijah Muhammad, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and his wives and their age. You hear a lot of flack from the black people, and just like you said, you had flack from Prophet Muhammad, how people speaking on that. So I'm saying, like, in today's world of 2024, when you speak on those, people try to make it look like you pedo and stuff like that. If you even speak on it, like you justifying it or stuff. So the world has come to a point to where people take things and run with it.
I'm just saying, but we want to know what people. We want to know who's behind this newfound American morality, like they're morally concerned about children. You know what I'm saying? When Candace Owens, as well as Minister Farrakhan, is exposing the satanic abuse and destruction of children, especially in Hollywood.
Well, you're right and exact. Well, from what I was always told, the European was the lawmaker and the lawbreaker. So to me, they came up with these things and justified these things. And now you're right. They want to look like they morally and politically correct and make it look like they really care, when we know that they've been perpetuating the same thing for over 400 years or 5,000 years.
Yeah, Satan throws the rocks or does the dirt and hides his hand, and then blames the innocent for what he's guilty of. So they know that we, as the victims of them, are emotionally traumatized, mentally and emotionally traumatized when it comes to these subjects. So they know all they have to do is act like they're, you know, supporting us, or they're fellow victims with us and fellow activists, you know what I'm saying? And now they can craft laws as though they're looking out for us, when it's really designed to blame us instead of them.
That's a fact. I think it was the great Dr. Amos Wilson who said, they paint you up and treat you like a criminal so they can treat you criminally. So, you know, they paint us up in this way and through the media, and they have a way to justify it, even though we know it's persuasive propaganda.
Right. What's your thoughts on Candace Owens being a young 35-year-old, brilliant, you know, minded journalist who said that she was always told that she could never speak about or know about anything about Farrakhan because they told her they told her he was anti this, so he was a raging anti this and that. What do you think about that? You know, who told her that, and why do you think she would go along with it?
Well, I think in this world we understand that our people, we a lot of us have assimilated, or we want to assimilate sometimes. And to me, being young, fresh minded as a Black woman, you know, she probably just got caught up in the rapture, you know, of the persuasive propaganda. And you know, I think that's what she got caught up at, you know, because I remember at one time I used to go in on it, like Coon is on and all this stuff. But to me, I'm gonna take a phrase from the late Dr. Khalid Muhammad. That was Old Testament Candace. I like New Testament Candace. New Testament right. Candace, you know, is going in.
Yeah, she might have been that. You know what I'm saying? She might have been all of them derogatory things for sure. Okay. Just like we was banging, we was deleting our unborn children, we was doing all kind of stuff too that we supposed to deserve destruction for, right?
Right.
So now that we see that she's doing something to make up for it, ninjas don't want to accept that. Ninjas want to keep her down in the dirt level where they at, right?
That's true.
So my job is, you know, truth and justice is not a respecter of persons. I don't care who it is. It could be against my own self. It could be against my own children, my own wife, or whatever. If I know the value of what she's doing for us in exposing these top enemies at the level of exposure, you know, the level of media attention that she got every day that she's able to do another episode is freeing us. She doing more than Barack Obama ever did. She doing more than Candace Owens ever did. She doing more than Oprah ever did, more than Beyonce ever did. She doing more than all these Black, famous, rich people put together.
That's a fact. And that's why I say I like New Testament Candace. New Testament Candace is an instrument of information. That's you know, that's you know what I'm saying? That's how I see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Blue Red, what she done spitting on what she done spitting on black people? She a good Negro now. No, she's a great sister, warrior sister now. You disagree, Blue Red? Hop on this live with me. I'm not really understanding that comment, but I'm here to go live with anybody that got issue with my sister. I'm running her fades. I'm defending Candace Owens, soon to be Candace X. No, I ain't putting her out there like that because, you know, she might just be used for a season, but she definitely being used for a reason. But this particular reason that she's exposing the small caps and the Satans and all this other stuff. She even went against Trump yesterday or day before yesterday. And, you know, she's a Trump supporter. She went against Trump and his support for the Zionists and the state of Israel and stuff that's going on. So she turning into a wild card. You know what I'm saying? So who is her handler?
Oh, can I answer the latter part of your question about why they try to pretty much keep her from Farrakhan and listening to Farrakhan and telling her that, you know, don't listen, don't go that way. But right. I think in my opinion, that's how they did a lot about people, you know, not just Candace, you know, even in the black community, you know, I heard people saying, oh man, you want to listen to old Farrakhan and, you know, all that Muslim, you know, I heard that growing up as well. You know, I was raised different, you know, so I took a listening to all of it, you know, and applied it. So, but I think you know, they know that you know, Farrakhan got he come with the truth, man, and he speak truth to power to the oppressed.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he been doing that before we was born, and he's still alive, and we acting like it ain't no leader on the scene, acting like, you know, his contribution ain't unmatched. We acting like he ain't the greatest, you know, black man and black leader that we have ever had in our lifetime. You know, that's what they acting like. So it's my job to remind them and call out the fade. Anybody that allegedly know better or got a better example, a better result, better nation, better product, I challenge you to get on here with me and show us the receipts. Gooch.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Cam. I wanted to say this because someone made a comment earlier saying that she said that George Floyd died of fentanyl. Well, he did die of fentanyl. We have to get out of that. As blacks, if we address something that we did wrong, that doesn't make us bad for addressing it. That means that we're telling the truth. And that's the only way that we're going to get respect. We sometimes defend negative things that we do, and that makes us look weak to others. If we're doing something wrong, we should address that and check that, just like other people do. If they have bad people within their community, they put them on the forefront and put them on blast and say, hey, we're not with that. We're not about that. So, yes, he died of fentanyl. So why can't she say that?
Because it don't fit their emotional agenda.
You know, that's it. And, you know, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. People, support Cam. Stop typing. Stop being keyboard gangster. Come on the live, man.
Man.
So
yeah, man.
Even if you're just going to talk, if you don't want to show your face, okay. But it's easier for him to communicate. You get a way better show, and you get better responses from Brother Cam if you come live. Take care, Brother Cam.
Man, thank you, Gooch Akbar. Abdul Akbar, that's the slave. Abdul means slave. Abdul Akbar is a slave of the greatest. Since,
yes, sir.
Universal say no human is great. We're all imperfect. So you can't be great and imperfect. Do you know the definition of great? Why do we jump out here with ignorance and don't show our face? Universal, hop on a live with me. Anybody that disagrees with anything that I say and you typing, I can't respect you. And I don't think nobody on this chat, anybody that sees this should not respect you either. Because it's live. This is not pre-recorded. I'm on here calling you out. Not to argue even, just to just to see how you sound. Do you sound sane? Do you sound like you ain't on medication? Do you sound like you got a little bit of education, a GED or something? Because everybody got an opinion. Everybody can get on here and punch the keyboard and like this. Get on here and let's see if you can handle yourself like a man or a woman verbally in just a conversation. Can we do that? Bro, Kimmy.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this, Cam. You know, a lot of our brothers and sisters, they say they go by the scriptures. Well, I was just gonna say this in the support of Candace Owens. The scripture says, be you changed or be you renewed by the renewing of your mind, or be you changed by the renewing of your mind. So
right.
Candace Owens, to me, has had a renewing of her mind. And to me, that's the goal that we all supposed to seek. I mean, that's what they say. They say, hey, you're supposed to be a better person. So, I mean, to me, she exposing the truth, and exposing the truth is always a better person.
Man, that's what I'm saying. So anybody that's complaining about it or have a problem with that or accusing it, then they're the problem. Universal say, I have a disability. If you can respect that, what did that have to do with you not getting on the live? You don't got a disability to hit the button on that phone, so that you don't got no disability to get on live. I don't respect that. I don't respect those riddles. I don't respect those fragmented, excuses. I don't respect excuses, especially if you know how to type. So you can prove me wrong, and then I apologize to you in front of everybody. But I don't believe your disability could stop you or hinder you from getting on this live with me. I don't believe that. Now, anybody wants to hop on here with me? You have a speech problem? Yeah. Oh, damn, y'all. Well, they gonna go hard on you in these comments. These is different chats over here, just so y'all know, man. You can't come over here weak. You can't come over here with excuses, because even though they know I'm gonna be diplomatic, they gonna chew you up and spit you out. These chats is brutal over here. They gonna chew you up and spit you out. Yusuf said we want universal. This ain't new. This is nothing new. Everybody with these excuses and don't show up for conversation. This is not new. This is regular. This is normal for me. Everybody that follow this channel knows this is normal. Nobody will show up. We like your daddy when he said he's gonna take you fishing or take you to take you to play football or something. They just talking. They're not gonna show up. Rube said the speech problem is you scared to speak. That's the speech problem. Goose, Universal, you have 5 minutes to get on the dance floor, or else you're gonna kick you out the party. You're gonna send you to that other party, that block party. Daryl, salute, Daryl. Dave, internet's cowering. Yep. And I seen somebody saying that, like they thought I was going against, or thought Candace Owens was going against the minister. No, Candace Owens ain't going against the minister today. We all went against the minister before we did our homework. Most of us, I ain't gonna say all of us. I know I did. My brother, Reuben Muhammad, is the one right here that you see 17. He the one, got me into the nation. I was anti. I was like y'all are. I was anti-Farrakhan. I was anti-Elijah Muhammad. I was anti-bean pies and bow ties, and I was anti all of that. Look at me now. Look at me now. So I know the process. I know what it looked like to go from Detroit Red to Malcolm X. Where's my man that keeps saying something about Detroit Red? Hop on the live with me. I know it sounds like I'm a bully, but how am I a bully with words? If you right, then I can't bully you. It's impossible for me to beat you if you're right. If you're right, it's impossible for me to beat you. So why y'all want to hop on here with me, man, and just talk? I'm trying to figure it out. As D Fair common sense, why are they so scared to talk? Hey man, I'm trying to figure it out. But Kemet, no though. What you think, Kemet?
Well, I think there's you know, a lot of people, you know, maybe they think they vernacular, or they may not be able to keep up with the subject matter and defend it. I mean, which is, you know, which is possible, but at the same time, I think, you know, a lot of people are just cowards. You know, I mean, come up here and stand on what you're saying. I mean, if you got the time to type, to me, you got the time to step up here and just elaborate on what you got to say.
I agree. I think typing is actually more difficult. Christian Hammer, salute.
My man, what's good with you?
Oh man, you got it.
I clearly have never been in one of your lives before, but you know, I've been hearing what has been said lately, and I have some disagreements with some of the people who've been speaking, as well as yourself.
Let's hear it. You got the floor. It's all respect. This is what we need. This is what we love.
Absolutely, and the respect is me coming on here and not doing a bunch of jibber jabbing on the chat, you know, and not being brave enough to speak like a man and show your face. You
Absolutely,
know?
I respect.
Or not show your face, but just speak like a man, straight up. But listen, you know, the topic seems to be about Candace Owens and Minister Farrakhan. You know, Minister Farrakhan is one of my favorite people. He really woke me up and kind of kept me conscious and kept me active way back when nobody else was really speaking like that. So I love that man and what he has done for his nation and ours. You know, I really appreciate his example. And I think you can always judge a great leader by the fruit that they bear. And I just believe that he has bore excellent fruit, you know, for all this time for us. So I just love that man and what he represents. As far as Candace Owens, though, the part that I disagree with, yeah, she's been saying some good things lately. Now that she's kind of broken free of her paymasters, she's been saying some good things and trying to swing things around, bring it around. I see that. But as far as Old Testament Candace, New Testament Candace, I love it. And should we accept her and bring her into the fold and say it's all good now? I don't think that we should. I disagree that we should. And I think that that's a mistake.
Why not?
Because she hasn't recanted anything that she has said about us.
What does she need to recant?
She hasn't said that the things that I've been saying about the black. I'll tell you what she did say. She said that I was encouraged to say negative things about the black community and discouraged to say negative things about other communities. So she knows she has said plenty of negative things about the black community. She has yet to recant and say, these things that I said about the black community that were negative, I was wrong for either saying it or at least not giving back history on why it is as it is, or at least, at the very least, not giving you the exact same stats for these other groups as well. And as the both of us know, people always love to use the black on black crime stat or the black people in drug stat. But then I tend to ask them, okay, now that you know those numbers, what's the number for the yellow people, the clones? What's the same statistic for the white man? I need to know the pink man stats now. And they don't know that. They don't got no answer for that. They only focusing on beating us down. And I'm saying that she falls into that same category. And before I'm willing to certainly bring her back and accept her and say that she's all right with me, I think she has to have a bit of a consistent track record of doing the right things, saying the right things. And I see her creeping, and that's good. But it goes beyond just coming on the Charlemagne the God show or whomever else. It goes beyond that. You have to show that you repent, you're sorry for the things that you said, you're not going to say them again. They were very much wrong. And other people shouldn't be saying that. Who are the bad guys? Point out the bad guys. Point out the bad guys. That's what I think she should do in order for us to say, you know, we'll embrace her after a couple of years.
So you don't think she's pointing out the baddest of the bad guys right now?
She's kind of doing it in her own way. I think if you're savvy enough to kind of weed through
the bad guys
and what she's saying, because she can't. I understand that she can't just be direct and say everything, you know, in a straightforward line. she has to kind of beat around the bush a little bit, and I'm okay with that. It's a different world out there where she is than we understand on this side of it. So I can read between the lines, and I see what she's saying.
Who are the
bad guys? Rabbi Shmuley is a bad guy. Ben Shapiro is a bad guy.
So she ain't calling them out?
Yes, she is. She is calling them out. That's what I'm saying.
So what group are they a part of?
They seem to be all a part of a cabal of gangsters, and the same one that Kanye West were calling out. These are the small hats that are out there,
right?
And these are
so that don't qualify her. That don't put her in the point of no return. If you know anything about the history of those people on the level of platform that Candace Owens got, you can't say that about them people and ever go back.
I like the way that she's been doing it as far as what she's doing to cover her own ass. She's not really going straight forward. She's playing a little bit of 3D chess or 4D chess with them, by saying things like, hey, I'm actually a Catholic and my Christian faith takes precedence, so I can't just go along with X, Y, or Z. I could appreciate the nuance and how she's doing it. Yes, no doubt. But I think that just because she has a personal beef with those people right now, that's your personal thing that's going on. What about all the things you said about us over here now?
What activist becomes an activist other than some personal beef? That's how activists are born, because of something that happens against them personally.
But she still doesn't have a track record of staying on this side of things and consistently going after these people and pointing out to us, these are the negative things that are said about you on a consistent basis and are promoted about you. And I was a part of that.
What track record did Jesse Jackson have in supporting the FOI, the Minister Farrakhan and the FOI back in the day when he was running for president, and Farrakhan and the FOI, put our lives on the line to protect his life because he was running for the president. And that's how Farrakhan even got in trouble with the Jewish community, because Jesse made a Jaime Town remark or some derogatory remark. And he apologized or whatever, but Farrakhan never did. Right. So if we stand up for Jesse when he wasn't trying to be nowhere part of the nation, why wouldn't we stand up for Candace?
I think that the difference is I think Jesse Jackson has a long track record of doing things for the Black community. So did Jesse Jackson Jr. as well. And that's why the Nation of Islam put the FOI out there in order to protect that man, because there would have been a black eye on all of us to see that another leader of ours has gotten gunned down or assaulted and we didn't protect him. Leaders don't want to be leaders anymore for our community.
So in hindsight, which is 2020, what is Jesse Jackson's record as well as Al Sharpton and everybody that was in that same vein, in that same group, that we protected and we showed our unity towards them? Did they show their unity and dedication towards us?
It's I was going to say the unity that he created, he fostered with the Rainbow Push Coalition as well as Al Sharpton. But at the same time, what are the fruits of that is what you just alluded to right there. And I don't see those. I don't see those fruits being
2020. So do we have to wait some years? Do you got years to wait? You say you gotta watch Candace Owens for years. How do you know you're gonna be here tomorrow?
You don't know. Everything changes.
So why would you say we gotta watch her? We gotta be able to watch her over a protracted period of time before we could trust her or whatever? Why would you say that?
Because I personally believe that we have to be much more long-sighted than short-sighted. And to just have somebody say something positive now and then where everybody says everything is all forgiven.
You realize who you're talking to, though, right? So you say, do you believe that your site, and I got to be personal, do you believe your site as a Catholic or whatever, is more long-sighted than my site as a 35-year-old veteran of the Nation of Islam and Black activism? Do you think you can recognize a person better than I do that's really with us?
No, I would definitely say that you have much more of an eye for discernment than I do in those regards.
So in that area, I'm not disrespecting you, but we going by receipts. We going by history and track record, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know what Candace gonna do tomorrow. She's still married to a white man. She still got loyalties, in that sense to a white man. But our people just beat us over the head trying to get us to vote for Kamala Harris. That's married to somebody else also who got a history of destroying our lives and locking us up.
But white people are fine. I really ain't got no beef like that with white people. So that's not really an issue for me. I know some people they feel however they feel about it. But do you really feel that we should just throw our arms wide open for in the community for Candace Owens before she even says, "I'm sorry for what I've said"?
I don't speak for nobody else like that. I'm telling you what we doing. This is the Nation of Islam. So if you know better than the Nation of Islam, you keep her away. Keep away from her. We not keeping away from her, right? You know what I'm saying? And we'll see how that works out, right?
Right. No doubt. No doubt. I see you. I feel that. Okay. Yeah. Well, I see what you're saying. You're saying that regardless of personal feelings and all, just like the Nation of Islam protected Jesse Jackson because of how it looks in the broader picture when he's attacked and no one supports him, the same thing applies for Candace Owens, despite how we may feel personally this or that. In the broader picture, if we allow anybody just infiltrate us and attack us, then that looks really bad on us all because we look like soft targets.
Yeah, it's not about how it looks to me. It's about what it is. I know the enemy. I know the real enemy that she's going to war with. That's the real beast. She's really making war with the real beast that most of us is 304s for. All the tough activists and black organizations, all funded by these people. They're controlled by these people. So if she got the heart, if she got the heart to stand on her platform, not Charlemagne's platform, she got her own platform. She did an independent black warrior woman move by getting her own platform, even if it's not monetized. That's how she's standing on different type of testicles, as different type of business, all built on exposing the greatest enemies, right? That we have known. You know what I'm saying? Our biggest enemies.
I can definitely appreciate that line of thought, that thought process there, which is different than what I came in with. So I can appreciate the bigger picture, especially when you are a student of some of the greatest minds and some of the greatest people that we've ever had. Elijah Muhammad and that knowledge being passed down. So I can appreciate that line of thinking. Yeah, that maybe she should be protected as opposed to just simply shunned because we have a disagreement in the past.
Right. What has she said that Farrakhan ain't said worse? What has she said about black people that Farrakhan or me or Elijah Muhammad haven't said worse about us?
I can't really recall.
Give me one thing. If you can remember what she was outraged you about talking about George Floyd or somebody else, what?
Oh, well, yeah.
Was George Floyd not on fentanyl?
Was he on fentanyl? Yeah, he was on fentanyl. He was very likely on fentanyl. Yeah, but I wasn't going to go.
Hold on. According to the autopsy or the toxicology report,
fentanyl in the system.
On fentanyl when he died.
I would say yes. According to the toxicology and autopsy, he had fentanyl in his system at that time. Yes.
Okay, so based on our little sons and daughters and nieces and nephews and little brothers that's dying every day in epidemic proportions from that drug, is it likely that drug has something to do with him dying?
The drug likely did have something to do with him dying, yes, but that wasn't the full-on reason. There were other circumstances that contributed to it.
That was the full-on reason.
Well, because I saw it with my own eyes. I saw it with my 20/20 vision. And not only that, and what I saw and how I felt about it was the same way the first-hand accounts felt about it as well.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking up for the devil. Like he ain't have no reason. Yeah, I'm just talking about how did he get, right,
Well, I mean, so what, and I guess if I was to clarify, which I probably don't even need to. I'm sure you already know what time it is. You already know that, when you have this man when you have three men sitting on you, and one knee on your neck, on your carotid artery like that for all that extended period of time in that fashion, then that contributed to the death. And I believe the autopsy showed that it was homicide, or was it asphyxiation was the cause of death?
It probably could certainly have been, but so with the drugs, with him being under the influence of drugs, could he have avoided being in that condition altogether? If we saw the
he
tape.
may not have died.
Hold on. We saw the tape. We saw the body cam footage of him panicking when he was sitting in the back of the car. He was tripping, right?
Yep.
Nobody had no knees on his neck, no nothing, right?
Right.
Why any black man in America knows that you wasn't supposed to be doing that. If you in the back of the car or whatever, then he got to tripping. He was 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", however big he was. He got to tripping, right? If you don't know what to do during a traffic stop, or especially if you know you got dope on you or you got dope in you, could he have avoided that whole thing if he didn't have that on him?
Yeah, but there is another part of it though, which is that now that you have this man subdued, you have him cuffed, he's sitting down with his back against the wheel, then there really is nothing else to do. It doesn't require all the extra that happened after that.
Beast, bro. This is the beast we talking about, right? So do a lamb, do a deer or a gazelle or whatever not get taught, or God don't gift them with the innate intelligence to know to not even be jumping around,
Sure.
Don't even be tripping around the wolf.
Sure. No doubt. I understand that.
So why are we talking about what the wolf would do? What the wolf shouldn't have did?
Well, I don't exonerate the beast from his actions. He's here to protect.
I don't either. But if you go playing with a crocodile or a snake and get bit, it's not the snake or the crocodile's fault. That's what their nature is. That's what they do.
Right. But I don't just look at the victim only and excoriate him. I also look at the other side of it as well. And vice versa. I don't just look at the beast and say, well, look what he did, and that's the end of it. There is another side of it. Look what you did in order to precipitate that. Why'd you bring that onto yourself? Look what you're dealing with, a beast. You didn't know that was going to happen, and by doing that to him, by being jumpy, you didn't know that was going to happen by taking that pill before you even got up in there. Why are you putting yourself in this negative situation? I do look at both sides of it, and I think that there's responsibility on both sides of it. And there's only one of them that's alive right now, and he needs to be punished and he needs to pay for the crime that he committed.
I mean, now, all of them that enslaved us for 400 years need to pay. That's not the question. The question is, how do you survive them? How do you keep yourself from that ever happening to you in the first place? Whose responsibility
no doubt.
is
that? It's twofold. The responsibility is on me, the person, the individual. Then secondly, on whoever is the upbringing, your village that raises you up.
So, we specialize in conflict resolution. I'm talking about in the Nation of Islam. We specialize in de-escalation and knowing how to talk and handle law enforcement, especially racist, bigoted, beast-minded law enforcement. We got the greatest track record of any organization in the history of the United States among Black people of the rapport and the respect and success rate and lack of police brutality, lack of police killings of Black people is the Nation of Islam, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody know we exist. Everybody, just choose. I don't need that. I can sell my rocks. I can sell my fentanyl. I can do whatever I want to do, right? So you can't force nobody to do nothing. And you can't blame it on the white man if you choose to do something that's going to get you handled. If you choose to do something that is, criminal or unhealthy or that can get you handled, if you sitting in the back of a police car and you tripping, talking about I can't breathe, get me out of here, just stand me up and just tripping, then that's going to make them take it to the next level.
Yeah. He said he was claustrophobic and he had to get up out of there. And he told me before he got in there that whether that's right or wrong or true or not,
Well, he wasn't claustrophobic in the other car.
But it's a lot more space in the other car, the Tahoe that he was in. It's a lot more space in that.
As a matter of fact, It was more. He had more space in the back of the other vehicle than he did in that other little car he was in, with the steering wheel down in his chest. He wasn't claustrophobic then.
You know, it is a scary experience because people have died inside of cop cars just because they left the windows up and they didn't care about them. So these kind of things can run through your mind, especially if you own something
with the windows rolled up.
Well, let me look at the let me. So I think George Floyd, may Allah be pleased. I think he was over 21, right?
Yes.
He was a grown man in America. He was a grown, big, dark, black man in America, over 21 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he knew the rules of engagement. That's why you panicking, right? You panicking because you know the rules. You know how to and how not to interact with these people, especially if you see they white male police and they got you cuffed. You're not even on the ground yet. You're not on the ground with a knee in your neck yet.
Right.
You did something that got you on the ground with a knee on your neck.
Yeah, no doubt.
Can I read something, Brother Kim?
What'd you say, Goose?
Go ahead.
I want to read something. April 10th, 2021, Hennepin County medical examiner Andrew Baker, who conducted the autopsy on George Floyd, says George Floyd died of a fentanyl overdose. So do you just want him to make up another story, or what? I don't understand.
No, I'd have to actually look up, not that's not just only your source, but I'd have to look up the other source that I was quoting before.
Are you a medical examiner? Are you a medical examiner?
I'm not a medical examiner, no.
So why would you have to look at it?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that from what I quoted before is another source that from what I remember, just off of recall, that he died from asphyxiation. Now that's what from his chest was compressed too long. Now that's just something that I recall. What I'm saying is I have to review that and come with that kind of a source, that kind of a proof before I'm able to say anything else.
Both of y'all could be right? So this was Candace Owens and Kanye. This is why black people came down on them, because they was actually considering the alternative that it could have been fentanyl instead of asphyxiation, and black people attacked them, right? Just like people getting in their feelings right now by hearing me say, okay, well, why did he end up on the ground? Why did he end up on the ground with a knee in his neck when you know these people put knees in your neck? You know what these people do. Because his life was not in danger. He was tripping, talking about I can't breathe. That was a personal issue. The police, the beasts don't got that's not none of their business whether you got a history of claustrophobia or whatever, your mental personal issues are.
Let me try and run this by you real quick, just adjacent to everything that's been said. I believe that in America, we're taught to be very stupid from the beginning, kindergarten on up. We're taught to be very stupid. We're taught to think in binary, where it's either this or that. It's black or white. It's good or bad. And that's it. And it's Democrat or Republican. There's no other choices. And so what I'm saying is, when we are taught that way throughout our entire adult life and childhood life, things like this come up, and then you talk about the nuances, and people say, well, then you're either on that side or you're on this side. And you've clearly shown yourself to be on that side right now by talking about nuance, by blaming the victim in any kind of way. And so that's why people go apeshit.
No. I don't like how you worded that, because basically what you're trying to sneak in and say that you're right and we're wrong.
No, that's not what I'm saying. No, that's not what I'm saying.
But what about we go by the facts? What a medical examiner said. So you're just going to ignore the person that went to school, got a degree in something, and is a specialist. We're supposed to take your word over someone who's a specialist.
Was he the only medical examiner that examined that case?
Yes or no? Are we supposed to take your word of somebody we know nothing of, or a person who went to school and got degrees and is a specialist in this?
I would take the word of both him and the first-hand accounts.
Oh God!
So let me.
That's right. The first-hand accounts, not just what somebody said after the fact, trying to clean it up. The first-hand accounts was on the scene, and if they said as an example, he had his hands up and he got shot, I'm going to take that into account. I know that's not the same case. I'm just trying to say I'm going to take the first-hand accounts, the primary sources, as well as I'll take into account the medical examiner who may have been paid off, or who knows.
Let me read Dorsey Marabou's comment. It says, if you're a real member of the nation, you know they lied to cover up their tracks. And that is absolutely correct. That's absolutely correct. So you got to factor that in. We got to factor that in. So
I'll take that win. Bam.
Yeah, but look, hold on.
Appreciate you, Mr. Dorsey.
Hold on. Yeah, but we just talking about my argument is prevention.
Yeah.
My argument is not should the dude had his knee on his, or what killed him or whatever. We talking about cause and effect, the laws of cause and effect.
Right.
So certain things cause that effect.
Was he claustrophobic when he was passing fake money?
Yeah, I mean, but my thing is, if you know you're dealing with the beast, you know you're a black man, you know you're on drugs, or you got drugs on you, or you got fake money or whatever, you already signed up for what possibly comes with that. Right? You're adult. Right? So that's called accountability. And if you don't want to hold yourself accountable, then there's people that's left behind that, as much as you don't like how it sound or how it feel, we have to hold you accountable. There's people that's called morticians. They have to clean up the dead bodies. You don't want to see your own mama or daddy or whatever, dead and have to clean their boo-boo and cut their hair and all of that, but somebody do.
Yeah, me, I do it.
You know what I'm saying? So just because you don't want to be accountable or responsible for that part of reality don't mean people ain't specialists in those areas.
Right. I'm not looking it up right now, but I'm pretty certain that there was a different medical examiner that said something other than the fentanyl that was in his system that killed him. I'm pretty certain there was something else. I just don't have that in front of me right now.
Do you think, so whether it's fentanyl,
regardless,
whether it's fentanyl or not,
regardless,
I know it's a delay, whether it's fentanyl or not, if he would have been still, since we got the body cam footage, if he would have just been still and just let him, take him to jail, he already cuffed up. If he didn't get panicking and freaking out, would it have ended up different?
Yes.
It would have ended up different.
Right.
So that was his choice.
It would have been different.
That was his choice on what he wanted to do to
get
bad choices in the first place, and his choice of what he wanted to do that got a knee put in his neck and thrown on the ground. That was his choice. Would you agree?
I think his bad choices led to bad outcomes. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was his choice. It wasn't somebody else's choice, right? It was his body, his choice.
It was his choice. It was his bad decisions. Yeah, he made those choices himself.
So if I call that out, or if Candace Owens called that out, or if anybody called that out, are we self-hating? Are we not for the black community, or are we actually for the black community? More than the people that want to overlook that.
I think the overlooking part, when you say stuff like that, you're talking to a broader audience, not just the NOI, not just supporters of them, not just the black community. I believe when in a case like that, you're talking to a much broader audience. And I think when you're talking
community,
yes, I know, but I'm just saying that outside of that black community, where you're talking to other people as well who are hearing that, Candace Owens and yourself, who's saying that, and they're all hearing that. And what they do is they use that as ammunition to exonerate the killer.
They're gonna do that anyway. They're gonna do that anyway. We already been living here for the last 470 years. It ain't no what they scared of Trump giving immunity to the police. Trump, the police always had immunity. White man always had immunity. Why are we acting like that's a thing? We supposed to learn how not to get caught up in that situation in the first place. This is the
right. No, that's nothing.
Slave masters. Did they change? You think we living in a post-bigot, post-racial society, or are they even worse now?
No, they ain't changed. It's the same old devil.
Then why would we be playing with them?
So you said that's going to happen anyway. And I just think that a lot of people look at things, like I say, in the binary. And if you're speaking positively of the killer, then you are the one that's helping to let him off by letting white people say. Not that I agree with that, but I'm just saying. You say what?
Stop doing crime. Does that sound
Stop
bad?
doing crime? Stop doing crime?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Oh, that just sounds ridiculous saying that. Huh?
It don't sound ridiculous, no. But I just it sounds slightly short-sighted though. It sounds like I think
live your life right and stop doing crimes. This sounds crazy.
No, not crazy. It does not sound crazy. It sounds logical, actually. It sounds very logical. Stop doing crime. Don't get caught up in the system. Don't be getting looked at by them people. That sounds very logical. It does, but it also sounds fantastic and fantasy-like. It's like it's just crime is going to happen. It's almost like saying don't be a hooker on the street. Don't sell your body. Don't be a hooker. It's gonna still be hoes out there selling their body. They've been doing it since time immemorial.
You don't do it though. Let's start with you, and you pass it down to your people.
Yo, yeah, I don't do crime anyway, so it's not really me. You know,
why are you fighting for it? Why are you defending it?
Defending crime? No, I'm defending reality. I know that people are going to do crime, and people do crime. People are going to do drugs. People go through stints in their lives, and they change. They become better people. They become better people. They change.
How much should we fight for people that we know is on the blade? Do we get out? Do we get outraged? Do we go do a riot for a black prostitute that got slayed by a white trick? Why we don't do this for them?
No, I don't think so. No, because like you said, they put themselves in that position.
So what's the difference? Like I said, so was Candace Owens wrong for her position? Was Kanye wrong for entertaining the alternative story that he actually, put himself in that position? I'm not saying I'm not saying we excusing the devil. The devil is bound for hell. They all are going to be destroyed anyway. But how many of us is supposed to go down with them because of our choices?
I think that just like I said earlier, that if you're going to say the fentanyl line that George Floyd died of fentanyl due to the autopsy report, and that's what the medical examiner has said, I think it should be buttressed with the fact that the cop had his knee on his carotid artery for 8 minutes straight, and then he had two other cops sitting on him, asphyxiate him on his chest as well.
So if I got a pistol on me, right? Let's just transplant fentanyl for a pistol. I got a pistol on me, right? And I get pulled over by the police. I know I got a pistol on me and I get to tripping and all that shit, right? What's likely to happen to me?
You likely to get shot up by the police because you fidgeting too much.
If you got fentanyl in your system and you tripping or whatever, what's likely to happen to you? Like, just even if the police ain't involved, what's likely to happen to you if you take too much fentanyl?
Oh, you're likely to die.
Right. But if you trip and you
get abused.
Right. So why people don't go doing riots for fentanyl victims?
Right. And that's another thing right there. People look at it as if that's what we're doing. People are protesting out in the streets and rioting for a fentanyl victim or a druggie that was just doing drugs. And that's another reason why people are can be a little bit outraged with that kind of a statement from Kanye or Candace, because it looks like you're painting us in the light of we're defending criminals, we're defending drug users, but that's not the case. It's actually we're defending people like anyone else, anyone in the chat right now that something like that may happen to, even though they may not be on fentanyl at all. It wasn't about, as we all know, it wasn't about the fentanyl. It was about this bad cop behavior and the devil doing what devils do.
How would he have even interacted? How would he have even known about the bad cop behavior if he wasn't on fentanyl?
How would he have? Oh, okay, got you. Well, there's been plenty of other people that were not acting bad, and they've been subjected to that same thing.
We're not talking about plenty of other people.
But that's the reason why right there. That's the reason why right there, because there's been a lot of other people who weren't on fentanyl, who weren't doing extreme things. Even Asians and whatnot. I've seen videos. They're not doing extreme things, and they've been treated horribly.
Exactly. If we got that much examples of how you don't even need to be on fentanyl for them to do that to you, why would you be on fentanyl playing with them?
Yeah, he was wrong for that. That was very dumb of him.
Well, that
my kids coming to the house.
That's where we need to start. That's where it starts right there.
Demise, right?
Yeah, he was wrong himself.
That was the law of cause and effect. The effect was, his demise, but something caused his demise that he could have avoided. He could have prevented with his own choice. We're not saying
let me say this. The average dude today isn't rioting because we're so much upset at what happened to the victim. They're rioting so they can go get some free Jordans and break into something and steal. They don't care. You think they really cared about George Floyd? No, they knew that was an opportunity to break in stores and get free Jordans and Air Force Ones and liquor and cigarettes.
Well,
I think you have that element. Certainly you have that element in the South Central in the LA riots. In the LA riots, you have that element too. Those certain people who just want to riot and steal stuff, sure, but that's not what it's all about right there. That's not what sparks it and what rises everyone up. It's the fact that if that can happen to this man right here, it can happen to any one of us. Any one of us can be next. It's a tinderbox. We've seen this over and over again. Now we caught it on video.
But we didn't catch it on video. That's the problem. Like, only part you catch on video is just the last part. We got his knee on his neck. It take days before the full story come out, and that's black people's problem, because we just clickbait. We get a little clip of something and get outraged by the last little clip of it. Then when you see the full story that he was tweaking and tripping and all of that, then you feel stupid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But now you already rioted and rolled and unrest.
Even with the full story saying that it still seemed extremely unjustified. It was egregious what the man did, of course. So
that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about.
So it's not.
Is the devil
after we saw the full story later?
We're not arguing about is the devil going to be the devil. We know the devil is the devil, right? So that's still a fool on your part to try to even justify that, because that's not what we arguing. We know who these people are. Why are you playing with snakes and wolves and shit? Like, when you know that this is what they are and this is what they do. So we thought that we was heartbroken because we heard him crying for his mom and all that. And we didn't know it was no drugs involved. We didn't know it was no crime involved. That's how we felt. That's how we felt. That's the majority. A lot of these crimes, a lot of these, we don't see the girl that talking about I got hit with a brick and all this. We don't see the full story. Once we see the full story, then we be acting like we didn't say nothing. Why?
Now let me tell you, I've argued my position already, but let me tell you why I think that you're absolutely correct, both of you, in fact, in a lot of respects, and that's because I just feel like that whole situation, the George Floyd situation, is such a missed opportunity. Because what people have to look at is what can we do in the future to prevent another George Floyd or this genocide that's going on, which is what you're speaking to over here, Cam. You're saying we're supposed to behave this kind of way. We're supposed to view things in this kind of way. Don't put yourself in that position in the first place. That's where you're wrong. That's where people are going wrong at. So it was an extremely hot situation that could have been used as a great teaching moment for us all if people had the proper kind of finesse when they spoke about it. Candace Owens, Kanye West, and etc. If they had the proper kind of finesse to reach the people, to show them we're not so much concerned with the devil being the devil, but this is what you're supposed to do in order to not put yourself in that position in the first place, and run down the list. And then we can go into the protection part. And
situation with that, the situation with that is the devils are going to handpick people that they think that they fully brainwashed and indoctrinated with their agenda. That's why they pick those people. They don't think that they're going to wake up while they're in, under their influence, or wake up and that spell is being broken. So yeah, they do handpick people like Candace Owens and keep them occupied and isolate them and feed them this and feed them that and make them feel like, they successful and God is with them and all of that. But then the real God is going to step in and intervene and show them something, show them that this is really the snake. The people that you thought was God sent is really the devils that's setting you up and your people for the slaughter. And they would never allow me or you or nobody that's starting out like this to even get close enough to get a platform that big. God is a master, military scientist. So he's going to allow his people to go in there undercover and be one of them for a while, spook that sat by the door type of thing. But at the right time, he going to call his people and his people going to answer his voice. And now she's already a multi, million views per day type person that you can't shut her up. You can't say she crazy. You can't say this because she was your franchise player, Satan. She was the Zionist franchise player, and she quit to go play for our own team or play for our own people. And that's what we're dealing with right now. They're not gonna let a Farrakhan or a Gooch or a Cam or whatever on there. They already know our position. They gotta, God gotta flip one of their own people, one of their own minions. And that's what we're seeing right now.
No doubt. I feel that, no doubt. Let me before I go, I want to ask you another question real fast. I was outside doing too many bear crawls, and I end up hurting my chest, my pec up here at the top. And I was just wondering what kind of cream, Tiger Balm, or exercises I should be doing in order to kind of get that knot out of there like that. Yeah, straight up. Take a little bit of fentanyl, little piece. But how much is it?
Yeah, I got a broken collarbone, man, for years. So yeah, that's a good question too. Yeah,
people need to know that.
Yeah.
Wait, is your pec?
People need.
I'm going to ask you a question. Where did you hurt? Your pec?
I was doing I did way too many bear crawls, so it is my pec. It's right at the top right here, close to my shoulder. Yes.
Okay.
Right under my collarbone. Terrible.
Do you have let me see.
Like doing incline push-ups, but I didn't do incline push. And like doing incline push-ups where that would hit you at. And it's also, of course, all my traps, but right here my pec is too much. I can't even work out right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, being that I know a little bit about this, what you probably want to do is if you have like maybe a battery, roll the battery up and down. Get the movement around there. You want to get a battery.
Yeah.
Roll it. You want to ice it and heat it. Ice it for 15 minutes, heat it for 15 minutes. Ice it for 15 minutes, heat it for 15 minutes. And just relax. I want you to understand this. As you're getting older, we don't heal like we did when we were younger.
Right.
So when you get an injury, just know that you're going to be down for a second. You know what I mean?
Another good thing is
exactly, and that's why I think people need to hear such things. People actually want to know these kind of things, even though it's a bit off topic. People really do want to know a lot of these kind of things. They don't, but they're scared to ask.
Now I want to hear Brother Cam. What would you do, Brother Cam?
No, I would say the same thing, but what works for me is baking soda and Epsom salt, magnesium. Soaking them because that's all Epsom salt is magnesium. So take a hot, as hot as you can stand it. So just sit back in the tub and fill it up with like a cup or 2 cups of baking soda, Arm & Hammer baking soda and Epsom salt, like a cup of Epsom salt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I got some really good advice right there with the baking soda and the Epsom salt or magnesium and soaking it, as well as a cold battery, running it up or down and then alternating between hot and cold with that battery right there in that spot. I think that that might be so far what I've been doing, by the way.
It moves. It just helps the tissue a little better, because it's rolling and the tissue's rolling around, and you have to relax, man. It's It's just you probably won't be working out for a week or two, and when you get back, don't get so caught up in weight and all that. Just find something that's moderate that you can do, control movements, and just get more reps. Don't worry about weight or whatever right now at this age. Just do some nice movements that you can control and grow like that.
Andy Crawford says green alcohol, like the mint,
green
alcohol combined with the baking soda. Yeah. Especially
right after the shower. Like when you take your shower and you pat dry and you put that green alcohol in while your pores are still open, amazing. Amazing. Put a shirt on, cover up, and lay it down.
I don't take showers. I was raised by a white person. We just, put water on us real fast and keep it pushing. We don't. I like showers. That's for poor people.
Okay. No wash towels either. No wash towels either. You're right.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, man.
It rains a lot. Don't trip.
Nah, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna see who else want to hop on here real quick before I get off.
Okay, brothers.
I appreciate your time, man, and I thank you so much for the insight.
Much love, Christian Hammer, and Gooch. See y'all in a minute. All right, peace, bro. Yep. Back on the topic real quick for the last 10 minutes. Candace Owens, let me play this one more time so y'all know what we on. Damn, what happened? Is it playing? Uh-oh. Well, I gotta re-upload it. Hang on 1 second. But yeah, that was good. That was a good interaction. There we go.
Can you please interview Farrakhan? He's in his 90s. I actually don't know anything about Louis Farrakhan. ID writes, can you please interview Farrakhan? He's in his 90s. I actually don't know anything about Louis Farrakhan because when I got into politics, I was always told you can never speak about or know anything about Louis Farrakhan because he's a raging anti-Semite. And I believed that. I'm going to be honest, I totally believed that because why would people say that if it wasn't true? And these were people very much on the right. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and be honest about that. That was what I was told.
That's what she was told. And so many more people were told the same thing.
Unidentified.
So let's put this in context. She was told this by her handlers, and now Candace Owens is exposing the deep state, what they call the deep state or the shadow government or the black dark government that allegedly Trump is supposed to be going to war against, Big Brother, or the Bible calls it Satan casting out Satan. But specifically here, where Candace Owens is now being labeled as the most, the number one raging anti-Semite, what I'm saying, in America right now, but she's only 35 years old, 35-year-old or year young black woman, married to a British white man, young white man, has 3 children with him. So that's something that we really should be able to look into. If we think that she has handlers other than the handlers that she's exposing. She said she came into politics and into journalism and, the professional world under the Zionist handlers, under Zionist bosses and handlers and people that told her that she can never speak or never know anything about Farrakhan. And this is why.
That you call unidentified flying objects. That you and white people put above top secret, that's real. There's a plane out there made like a wheel. Ezekiel saw it 550 years before Jesus was born. A wheel in the middle of the air, run by the grace of God, with eyes all around it, meaning people in it. It's not from another planet. It's made by the Son of Man to destroy this world. It's up there now, 40 miles above us. It's like a city in the sky. And I saw, as it were, a city come down from heaven. It's made like that. It has 1,500 little planes on it. They follow me everywhere I go. You can take it or leave it. I'm not trying to impress you. I know the power that is behind that wheel. And the power of the wheel is the power that guides me. I'm not before you of myself. I'm a guided man. That's why the white man is tearing his hair out, because he's plotted against me at every turn, but he can't seem to get me. maybe God will deliver me into your hands to deliver me from your hands.
Yeah. Yusuf, I see you. We want universal. Universal, you say that you disabled. What is your disability, Universal? Because you're still here. I see that the wrenches didn't get rid of you. They're giving you a break. They're giving you time. I want you on the live with me. What is your disability that you say you can't speak? Can we see proof of that? Do you mind showing us proof of that? But yeah, that's the subject. So the subject is that. Based on what Candace Owens has been told since her career began, she should never speak, or she can never speak about or know anything about Farrakhan, because he represents above top secret. He's telling you that these are not aliens. It's a big mothership already, all right, and it's really, wheels, or what they call UFOs, that got technology that's thousands of years, if not a million years ahead of this people in this world's technology. But the purpose is not an alien invasion. The purpose is to destroy this satanic world, to destroy all of their weapons of war, to destroy all their sicknesses, and destroy all of their immorality, destroy them. That's what the Bible says about the war of Armageddon, or jihad, the holy war. That's what it's about. That big UFO is there for that. Built by Master Fard Muhammad, run and owned and controlled by Elijah Muhammad. This is who. That's why, if you've seen the little clip I had up earlier, and the post I did yesterday with Muammar Gaddafi, that's what that relationship was even based on. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that this is what the relationship with Minister Farrakhan and Muammar Gaddafi and the Nation of Islam in Libya was based on? This UFO, based on the guidance that Elijah Muhammad gave Minister Farrakhan for Gaddafi to avoid him being assassinated, even though his little daughter, got taken out, but he got warned in time and got out. Farrakhan did that. And then, Gaddafi pledged, of course, his allegiance and brotherhood to Minister Farrakhan and the wealth of Libya to give to the black man and woman of North America, the descendants of slaves, not just to the Nation of Islam, but he was going to only, give it through Farrakhan. He was giving it the wealth of Libya, starting with $1 billion of good faith. And guess who stopped it? Guess who stopped it? And then guess who killed Gaddafi? Your president is black. That's who did it. Obama. With the help of Joe Biden, who you voted for, and Hillary Clinton, who you voted for over Trump. That's who stopped not just 1 billion, but the whole wealth of Libya from coming to your aid, freeing you from the clutches of the United Snakes of America. Did y'all know the last writings and papers and declarations that Gaddafi gave before, the CIA took him out, allegedly, according to Hillary? Hillary said, we came, we saw, he died. Y'all remember that? Yeah, that was Obama. That was under Obama, your favorite president, that pushed rainbow on Africa, that did something for everybody, including Israel, everybody except us. That's who you voted for. But that's what this is about. So now that she's exposed, I'm talking about Candace Owens is exposing them. You know what I'm saying? That's my president right there. That's my Lord and Savior. That's my Messiah. Now tell me I'm crazy. That's my Jesus. There go my Jesus right there. Tell me I'm crazy. Hop on here with me and tell me I'm crazy. Yep. That's what I want to do. I want y'all to do that with me right here. Let me get this link. It's Friday. It's entertaining, right? Y'all ain't got nowhere to go. So Farrakhan got direct instructions from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad on this big UFO that President Reagan and his Joint Chiefs of Staff in 1985, beginning of December, met to plan a war against Gaddafi and Libya and against the Nation of Islam and Black people of North America. That's what the whole plot and plan was. So he told Minister Farrakhan that, and then he told him, go back and hold a press conference and tell the world that you got this information and these instructions and they agenda and they plan. You got it from me, Elijah Muhammad, on the wheel, on this big mothership that y'all been clowning that we was so crazy for believing in. Now your lords and saviors, now your white Jesus lords, governments, all of them are saying the same thing, but they lying to you still. They saying it's aliens. They saying don't ever speak about or know anything about Farrakhan because he's the real connector. He's the real connect to those phenomena. Why you don't know it? Why Candace Owens lived her whole life and became rich and famous and all that and never was allowed to know it? What kind of people will tell you can never speak or you can never know anything about another Black man that you say got the greatest track record of reforming and unifying and loving, you know what I'm saying, Black people in the history of America? Ain't that something? Why would you side with everybody except Farrakhan? Why would you side against Candace, but then you would vote for Harris? And then, you know, you claim that she ain't really with the Black people. She ain't really, I'm talking about Candace ain't really with Black people. But, and I'm tripping. I need to be careful, man. You shouldn't be promoting like, you know better than me, right? You know better. You're a better discerner of character and Black revolutionaries and who's who than Farrakhan and his students, huh? I ain't, you know, I got a perfect track record. I got a perfect track record following my leader, my savior, my Lord. How about you? How about yourself? I'm talking about as far as in this pro-Black activism, Black spirituality warfare. You can check my receipts. Y'all want to compare receipts? Anybody want to compare receipts with me? I'm just regular though. I'm just one of the regular ones. You don't even want to get into the actual ministers, student ministers in the nation and the zealots. I'm just a rap dude. Y'all can't even handle me. I'm just a rap dude, a FOI rap dude. Y'all can't even handle me. Yeah. So let's go. Anybody? Right, devil worshipers all day long. They got opinions, they got accusations and opinions, but they ain't got one receipt. They ain't got one track record, they ain't got one file, not one bit of data. They got feelings and a loud mouth and a heavy keyboard finger. They got a heavy keyboard fingers, but they ain't got no words. I've been running my mouth for 2 hours. 2 hours, man, every night. You can't get nobody to show up. Can't get nobody to show up. Salute to Christian, though. Salute to Christian. Christian Hammer showed up while y'all hold up. He showed up while y'all blowed up. Got Gossip TV. I got receipts. Vontae, Malcolm and Martin were supposed to team up together before their assassinations. Imagine seeing that. Yeah. But we here now. Who's here now? If Martin and Malcolm were both religious leaders, They was both religious leaders. They wasn't. Their thing wasn't based on Dorsey.
Why y'all hold up?
You got to turn your volume down.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. You got to turn your volume down in the back because I hear the echo. You there?
Was supposed to team up together before the assassinations. Imagine seeing that. Yeah.
Yo, you gotta turn the volume down. I hear the feedback. I hear the delay feedback in the back.
Martin and Malcolm are both religious leaders. They was both religious leaders. They were.
Go on and speak, Dorsey.
What's going on, cuz?
Oh, you got it, brethren. What's on your mind?
Peace be unto you, my brother.
Man, peace be unto you and your family. What's your thoughts on the subject?
I'm not calling to argue, but
you can. It's okay. Arguing is fine.
Okay, I don't care where you at or what you doing, because sometimes the Lord will put you in situations to teach you things. That man was going through a drug problem. Ain't no way you telling me them devils were supposed to beat him and choke him and kill him in the middle of the street like that, no matter what he was doing.
That's what devils do. What are you talking about?
It seemed like to me you were saying if he hadn't been doing this, if he hadn't been doing that.
Yeah, if you haven't been playing with snakes, you wouldn't get bit.
I'm sorry, sir. What about the little young boy they just found down there in South Carolina? Several young men they've been finding hung all around the United States.
It still applies, bro. No matter what. We know if we know that they snakes, if we know that they devils, we supposed to avoid them, right?
We still got to move and operate and do what we got to do.
How do you know how they was moving and operating? How do you know how they was moving and operating?
Nigga by themselves, they've been trying to kill them, man.
How do you know how they was moving and operating?
All I'm saying is I don't have no right to say that whatever they was doing, that they had a chance. They had a chance, but that don't mean they had a right to take them people's life, man.
Who's saying that?
That's what I felt like you were saying about George Floyd. Like if he hadn't been doing this,
that's your feeling. That's your feelings. I ain't said nothing like that.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. Well, can you reiterate your point? Because I felt like you were saying if he hadn't been getting high and tried to switch them $20 bills or whatever he was doing, that
why else would he be there that day?
I understand that, but
then that's how it happens, bro. That's law. That's the law of cause and effect.
You got justice, enforcement, and the authors of the laws. You got the Congress, the judiciary, and the police force. One enforces the laws, the other sets the laws, and the other pronounces judgment on whether you follow the law or not.
And they all slave masters people, right?
They all slave masters people.
Okay, then so if you know they slave masters people, then you shouldn't be doing nothing around them that could get you twisted up, right?
I'm saying yes.
No, answer that question. Yes or no? Answer that question. Yes or no?
You still ain't supposed to die.
Answer that question, bro. If you know you don't know how to swim, are you supposed to be playing around the swimming pool?
No.
That's how that works. That's the law of cause and effect. If you can't swim, why are you around deep water?
Okay, well, what about the people that die for just innocent?
Those who we ride for. That's those who we riot for.
Okay, well, I understand. But I didn't never take to pay attention whether the Nation of Islam got involved in that because, you know, my daddy said the same thing as you. If he hadn't been doing what he was doing, he wouldn't have got in there in the first place. But I still say just because somebody doing something wrong don't mean they supposed to die in the middle of the street with somebody's neck on their throat.
Okay, we ain't supposed to be slaves for the last 400 years, but we was. So why is that?
We were slaves because
why did God let us be slaves for 400 years?
People decided not to follow his laws and commandments, and he allowed.
Okay, so what's the difference?
You got me there.
All right.
Now that's 3D chess. That is 3D chess. If we walking right and we talking right, just like the Minister Farrakhan said, it's a big ship up there watching over me.
If I'm right. If I'm in the right, it's gonna ride for me when I'm in the right.
Will of the Lord, you don't got nothing to worry about. You right, man. You right, but then sometimes he still allows things to happen to you. But for the most part, if you walking in the will, you should be okay. Okay, you right.
Yeah,
you're right. I might have to concede this argument. I might have to.
No, we on the same page because you got a strong argument, but I got to show you where I'm coming from. I'm not coming from where you thought I was coming from.
He said 10,000 to the left and 1,000 to the right, but they shall not come near thee.
That's what he say. So yeah, man.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, Dorsey. You got any
that little bit of viewpoint into me because I was like, man, nah, man. Because I'm thinking you were saying he could have, sometimes you can't prevent what they gonna do though. Like I said, Yakub bred and created them devils to do what they doing, and I'm so glad I'm seeing that their time is almost up, man.
Absolutely,
some of them seeing it.
To avoid them. We don't supposed to be trying to taunt them and vote and talking about nan here, get the orange man out here. That ain't none of our damn business. You let God deal with that. You let them Satans cast each other out. But we get took out with them because we try to get involved. We try to get involved with their demise as though.
No, I don't be jumping out in the street arguing with them. I never did that. I don't be doing no riots and I live in Dayton, Ohio, man, and we don't even have no gangs up here, so it ain't really a lot of us trying to take too many sides on nothing anyway. We kind of down with self or our own little crew. That's it.
That's right.
But I do have a family member, I've been trying to talk to because, he got involved with some people and he go worship with these people, and I'm telling him, if they sit on one side of the church and you sit on the other, do they really want you there?
Right, of course they don't. They've been showing us where they don't want us for the last 400 something years.
Somebody tolerate you, that don't mean they want you there.
Right. That's why they respect the nation, because they know we don't want to be with them. So they actually will respect us and fund us and do business with us because they don't have to worry about us trying to mix and integrate and take their daughters and all that kind of stuff. So we got a good understanding with each other. But ignorant ninjas think that that's us being in cahoots with the devil. Well, we got understanding, that's for sure.
They'll take the Yahshua's word and twist it and say it was for everybody. He came for his people, the Israelites. The other people got grafted in because of their faith in him.
Hey,
but he been dealing with a family, as far as me and he been dealing with one family. Adam to Noah was one family, and everybody else after that, he showed you what their bloodline was in that book.
Hey,
won't nobody want to hear that. They don't want to accept that. But he been dealing with one bloodline the whole time. Now we over here, we kind of in trouble. We kind of feeling bad, and it's getting worse. But something telling me it's always darkest before the light comes, huh, my brother?
You're absolutely right, and it's dark. It's gonna get a little darker.
It's getting dark.
Yeah, it's gonna get a little darker. But
my daddy pointed out to me they don't repeal all them laws.
Yeah, but that wasn't never for us anyway. We didn't never benefit from none of that.
No,
we acting like we scared, like we finna lose some rights that we never had. When did we ever get rights?
We never really had them fully. We still not fully citizens according to the letter of the law.
But black males know that. Our sisters got deceived into believing that it was some American dream because they was favoring them. They was spoiling and sparing them while they
women are the most educated demographic in the United States of America. Did you know that, my brother?
Yep, and that education don't mean wise.
And you see what they doing on TV. They keep putting these white men with these black women. Every movie, every commercial, they programming these young girls to
go somewhere else.
To hate the black man and to degrade their seed.
Man, well, yeah, I appreciate you, Big Dorsey. You got any online, any business or something that you want to advertise that we can support?
I'm an electrician, brother. Marable Electric. If you're in the Dayton, Springfield, Cincinnati area of Ohio, I'm a certified electrician, journeyman electrician, and I can come and get you together at your home or small business.
Say it again. What's the name of the business?
Marable Electric.
Marable Electric. And can we follow you online? How can we follow you online?
I don't have a web page yet.
Okay.
I don't have a web page, but I'm on Google.
For sure. Marable Electric. Everybody that's in the area, make sure y'all pay Brother Dorsey Marable a visit and circulate them dollars with us first. Man, and we appreciate you, Big Dorsey.
Because that's what they do. They say it take a week for $1 to get out of the Jewish community. It takes a week for it to get out.
Well, we at you, bro. We at you, man. We gonna support it anytime. You see me on. If you ain't doing that, man, you free to hop on a live with me.
I appreciate y'all. Would just flipping through it. Like I said, I'm always down to hear some knowledge.
For sure. Much love, bro.
Thank
you. All right, peace. Man, damn, I meant to go over that comment. What's y'all thoughts, man? Hit the like button if y'all don't mind. Hit the little like button so we can keep this going a little longer. Maybe about 14 more minutes. It's Friday, may as well go. Michael Love, salute. American Negro News, salute. Third Eye TV, they brainwashed our women in the 30s. Yeah, we be always going over that. American Negro News say Black women are not the most educated demographic in America. Black women are the most enrolled. Damn. And they have the highest student loan debt. That's two different things. Yeah. Man. Gossip TV, I'm from the teachings of Sister Clara Muhammad. Sister Clara Muhammad didn't have no teachings. I'm not sure if you are aware of that. Sister Clara Muhammad didn't have no teachings. Her husband had some teachings. She was taught by Master Father Muhammad and her husband. Supreme Touch, Black folks, stop following the ways of your enemies. Please, please, please. Man. Scrolling. She had a whole school in Oakland. Get on the live with me. Let's talk about it. Let's show and prove. Let's show and prove what we're talking about. There's a StreamYard link. Let's not type about it. Let's be about it. Let's talk about it. Let's not type about it. Let's not type about it. Let's talk about it. Chad Stacy, salute. Shout out to you, man. Much love. Archangel say the B system UPC barcode. If anybody has disagreement with me, you're welcome to disagree with me. I actually welcome that. I want to hear disagreement. I want to hear your receipts. I want to hear your argument, your accusation. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I don't want to read it. I want to hear it. So are y'all willing to let me hear your disagreement with what I say and with what I post? Especially about the topic, which is Candace Owens. I'm riding for Candace Owens right now. I realize, I understand, I know all that good stuff, that she got a white husband. I know she's Catholic, believe in the Catholic Jesus. She got 3 mulatto children with a white man, and I'm riding for her. On this topic right here, the topics that she's speaking on these days, which is 1000% pro-Black, and the benefit and the activism of the Black community, even though she don't sound like it. It don't matter what she sound like. It matters what I recognize. So if I hear something that you don't hear, and I see something that you don't hear, see something that you don't see about her, challenge me. Challenge me on it. Get on here and challenge me. Because the first thing I'm gonna ask you is, did you vote? First thing I'm gonna ask you is, did you vote? So I'm giving you a cheat code. I'm giving you a out. Don't get on here asking me nothing or disagreeing with me on nothing about Candace Owens if you voted. If you voted for the presidency, any president, don't get on here and saying nothing to me. Gossip TV.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, so you know, I'm the one who went to Sister Clara Muhammad School in West Oakland. You said it's not she didn't have no teachings, but she did.
She didn't have no teachings. It was a school named after her. That's not her teachings.
We were under Sister Clara Muhammad and Elijah Muhammad teachings.
Did you hear what
in
I
West
said?
Oakland. I went to the school.
What
I'm
year?
not gonna argue with you because I ain't got
Just
to.
give me the receipts. What
I
year?
went to the school.
What year?
I ain't exposing my age. I went.
Bye-bye. Goodbye. We don't tolerate the foolishness. We're not gonna let you argue where you can't provide no receipts. That ain't exposing, your age. That's ridiculous, sister. Sound like a sister, but how you gonna even? We don't do that over here. We don't do that over here. So yeah. Yeah, my daughter's here. I would, blessings. Just wish she would call them who really, instead of Chad, Stacy, I just wish she would call them who they really are instead of just saying Frankism. You got to be wise if you know you on their platform. If you know you on their platform, but she's saying Zionist, she's saying Jewish, like she's saying all of that boldly. That's why she got demonetized. So actually, she is saying all of that. She's saying that way more than Frankism. But she's trying to get you to inspire you to do the research on who Frank is. Because that's the foundation. Those are the founders of this thing. So it's not about, how we feel about it. If we really want the info, we're gonna go follow up on and research exactly who she's saying. She's mentioning names. It don't get no better than that. She's mentioning names. Right? To just say Zionist, that's not enough. You got to say Larry Fink. You got to say the CEO of BlackRock or Vanguard. Call their names out. She's doing what you're supposed to do, right? Yeah. Right. Gossip TV. That's your title already says all we need to know. I'm not interested in gossip. I want to hear receipts. I want to hear facts and data, and just the fact that you wouldn't even disclose truth that can justify whatever your claim is. That means I don't do gossip over here. We don't do gossip over here. You can't hassle a real one. Jam. Damn. Okay. Peace to you, sisters. Michael Love, we intelligent people. Our age should be a testament to our wisdom. Shouldn't ever be afraid to state our age, right? That's what I'm saying. I can't enable or entertain those type of mental conditions or those traumas or whatever that is. I can't enable that. I don't do that over here. You either talk straight, answer straight questions, or we don't talk at all. Yeah. It's all good though, sis. For those that don't know or do know, Mother Clara Muhammad, we call her Mother Clara Muhammad, was the wife of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the first lady of the Nation of Islam. She's the one who first told the Honorable Elijah Muhammad about Master Father Muhammad. She went and heard him speak first, and then she told her husband about him, and he went, and the rest is history. So they both was taught directly from the savior, Master Father Muhammad, but then the savior put Kareem or Elijah Muhammad in charge of the whole nation and in charge of his wife once he departed. So those was Master Father Muhammad and Elijah Muhammad's teachings. Sister Clara Muhammad's name is not mentioned on none of the teachings, on none of the lessons. Those is answers, questions and answers of Master Father Muhammad answered by Elijah Muhammad, Minister Elijah Muhammad, not Sister Clara Muhammad. Those are not Sister Clara Muhammad's teachings. May Allah be pleased with our great mother, Clara Muhammad, but you are 1000% incorrect, Gossip TV. So that's your answer right there. I know a lot of people that went to Sister Clara Muhammad schools. They was all over United States. Well, it was over California. Chris Peasy.
What's up?
Peace.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm blessed. How you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. I was listening to what you were saying about George Floyd, about how he him doing drugs was the reason why he passed. Well, the autopsy right here don't agree with what you said.
Well, I didn't say necessarily that's why the drugs wasn't why he passed. The drugs is why he wound up with a knee in his neck, right?
Well, yeah, you could say that. No, the $20 bill could be that too, man. But people pass $20 bills all the time. That don't mean you should lose your life behind it.
Did you see that? We're not saying that nobody should lost their life. That's not what we arguing. That the devil is the devil, right? The devil gonna do the devil too, right?
Devil's come in all kind of colors as far as I'm concerned.
Should he have fentanyl in his system? Did the devils put fentanyl in his system?
No, he put hey, that's the same thing. Me and you grew up in the same city, bro. We both grew up in Compton. No, I'm getting to my point. My point is when they drop them guns and all that stuff off over here. You heard about that in Watts when they dropped them guns off there on that railroad, right? You heard about that, right? Back in the early 70s, or was that 68, 69? You heard about that, right?
Bro, what did that got to do with this question?
It got when they dropped that off. When they dropped that off, we didn't have to go pick them guns up, but we did though, right? They still dropped them off though, right?
Right.
Okay. So because he had drugs in his system, I mean, that still don't. And he took the drugs. He had a drug problem. It shouldn't have cost him his life.
I'm not saying what should have cost him. I said, did it cost him his life?
The drugs? No. That knee in his neck, the autopsy said the knee in the neck cost him his life.
Why did he end up on the floor? Why did he end up on the street on the ground? Why did he say I can't breathe? Why was he tweaking in the back of the police car? He didn't have no knee in his neck yet.
Because of on the autopsy, autopsy said,
you tell me, why was he tweaking? You seen the body cam footage, right?
I saw him. Yeah, he was nervous. He was scared.
He was nervous. He wasn't high.
Scared. He wasn't scared.
He wasn't high.
He was. They said they found fentanyl in his system.
No,
they didn't say that was. They didn't.
Based on what you see, you don't know what a person look like when they high.
Brother, I grew up in Compton, like I said, like you did. I know what a person look like when they high.
Was he high?
From what I could tell, he looked like he was scared. I didn't know if he was high or not. He was sweating. He looked like he was nervous.
You don't know if he high?
Bruh. Look, like I said, he died. The injury said, they say what he died of on here. I'm looking at the autopsy right there.
You making a whole different argument. The argument what I'm talking about is, if he had fentanyl, right? And whether somebody slipped him a $20 bill, if I'm walking around with a pistol, if I'm walking around with something illegal on me, then I already signed up for whatever come with that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if I know that's illegal, but I'm still walking around doing it, then I signed up for that, right?
Whatever happens, you whether going to jail or you could lose your life behind it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know
with a legal pistol, you might get some time if you get busted with it. Yeah.
Even if it's legal, if I pull it out around some racist people that enslaved me for the last 400 years, I'm probably gonna get popped, right?
Chance you might get popped, yeah.
Okay, well, if I know I'm a big, tall black man, you know what I'm saying, and I got drugs in my pocket or drugs in my system, or I might not want to be playing around with these people that got guns and badges and do this for a living.
I think he was playing around with him. He went in the store, he tried to pass a $20 bill. I mean, I'm not justifying what he did. I'm never going to justify. He was wrong for what he did. But it still shouldn't have cost him his life.
We shouldn't have been slaves for 400 years.
You're right. We shouldn't have.
So what should we
but
do?
We were. But you act like we're the only race of people that was ever enslaved.
Based on what is, shouldn't we act according to what is instead of according to what should be?
Repeat that again.
Shouldn't we live our lives in this racist slave master country according to what is, according to how things are, instead of according to how they should be?
What are you trying to say? Because I'm not understanding. I'm not following you.
Never mind, bro. Yeah, that's it. What's your thoughts on Candace Owens?
I mean, you know, as far as what about because I don't really keep up with her like that.
Was she the one that was saying that
well, no, I heard about what she said about George Floyd, about us trying to make him into some kind of hero, but I never thought it was about that. I think people were rioting and upset about it because of the way he died. We knew that he had a record and that he had a drug problem. It's just the way he got killed, man. It was like he didn't deserve to die like that.
Right. Did he get killed?
Everybody deserves a second chance, man.
Right. Did he get killed worse than Nipsey? Rest in peace.
Did he get killed worse than Nipsey? No, Nipsey got blown away.
Which one looked the worst on camera? Which killing looked the saddest and the worst on camera to you?
To me, probably George Floyd.
Because what?
Because of how long it took him to die.
Mm.
He looked like he suffered.
Huh?
He looked like he suffered before he passed.
Okay.
Did he not?
I mean, I'm sure both of them suffered. That wasn't the question. The question had to do with who did it.
Who killed him?
Yeah, if we're gonna be outraged, I'm just saying, if we're gonna be outraged about black people being killed, should we be outraged about blacks killing blacks more than whites killing blacks?
Seeing how we 13% of the population, we should be real outraged about black folks killing blacks.
Why aren't we?
That's a good question. I don't know. I never understood that. But then again, I never understood why black folk had to be part of gangs anyway. I never got that. I went to Willowbrook. I never understood why we,
They don't have to be. They chose to be, right?
Well, yeah, but a lot of us was like, I ain't gonna say us because I was never part of that, but friends of mine were like, seemed like that was the only route they had that they could take. A lot of them grew up in single parent homes. Moms was on drugs. The only family they had was the gangs that they hung around.
Well, we didn't call them gangs. It was just the homies. It was just our brothers. You know what I'm saying? And family members. So
whatever you call them,
that's somebody else's title or description of that, right?
What sets them? Because that was a question that was always asked of us, right? What sets you from?
But that's still based on your homies, your brothers, your brotherhood.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But yeah, we getting off the subject. But yeah, so Candace Owens is attacked, of course, because she critical of black people's BS that we do, and nobody talks about our BS worse than we do. Meaning, I'm talking about the nation, Minister Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X, Khaled, all of it. Candace Owens ain't never said nothing worse than what we say. So if she ain't got the right to say it, we don't got the right to say it?
She got the right to say whatever she feels. You just don't have to agree with it.
No, you don't. I mean, clearly y'all don't agree with us. Otherwise, you'll be members of the nation, right?
No, clearly you don't agree with Christians. Well, you'll be a Christian.
I am a Christian.
You can't be a Muslim and a Christian at the same time, bro. Sorry, you can't do that. Like the Bible says, you either gonna serve one or the other. Either you gonna serve Yeshua or you gonna serve the other master. Can't serve two masters.
You're a Christian or a Hebrew?
I'm a Christian.
So you saying that? Do you know what Islam means? You know Islam?
To submit.
So Islam is something different than a Christian?
Yeah, it is. Do you believe that Jesus? My question: do you believe that Jesus is God?
Jesus is a God, the God that
Do you believe he is? That's not what I asked you. I asked you, do you believe he's God? It's a yes or no question.
The Bible don't even say he's God.
Yeah. You want me to show you the scripture where it says he said I and the Father are one. Jesus. It's only one person. It's only one person in the Bible that said wait. Hold on, bro. Hold on. In Genesis, Moses asked God, who do I tell them I am? You are. He said, tell them I am. Jesus then repeated that same thing. I am.
Who did Jesus call out for while he was on the cross? Himself?
Who did he call out for? He said, my God, why hast thou forsaken me?
So he was talking to himself?
He was talking to his Father.
So he's not the same person.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold up again. So then why in the book of Psalms, when he said, my Lord said to no. Yeah, it was book of Psalms. When David said, he said, when my Lord said to my Lord, I will make them your footstool. When my Lord said to my Lord,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Read Psalms, bro. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Well, listen. If what's the Lord's prayer? Recite the Lord's prayer.
My Father, my Father who art in heaven.
Okay, he didn't say me. He didn't say me who is in heaven. He said our Father, right?
Our Father who is in heaven. Yes.
So how is he praying to himself? He's saying he's somewhere else. He's saying the Father is somewhere else.
The Father's in heaven.
Yeah, well, why ain't saying myself which art in heaven? Hallowed be my name.
So then why did he say I and the Father are one?
Because if you got the same mind and agenda, you won in that sense.
No, that's not what he meant. He said, I and the Father are one.
You and your wife is one.
Huh?
Are y'all the same person?
No. You talking about the scripture where he talks about you and your wife will become one flesh?
You'll become one, yeah.
You'll become one flesh.
Yeah, are y'all one flesh?
In a spiritual form, yeah, but no, we're not physically. No,
I and my Father is one mean.
Huh? I and our Father are one. He said, I came from the Father. So he and the Father are one.
It means the same thing as you and your wife being one.
No, bro, it's not. It's not.
Okay. All right. So you believe God is a spirit?
I believe God is spirit. He sent his son who became flesh.
So God, the Father is not a man?
I believe the Father talked about in Genesis where when Adam fell, and Adam went to go hide, and God was walking. So yeah, I believe he came in flesh. Yeah.
No, not came in flesh. Is God a man or not?
No, he's spirit. He said, I'm spirit.
Why did Genesis say he's a man?
Where did it say that in Genesis at?
Moses is talking about his Lord. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. I talked to him face to face.
That doesn't mean he said he's a man. That didn't say that. Where it say that? Show me where it shows in the scripture where it says he's a man.
Genesis 15:3.
Which one was that?
Genesis 15:3.
Genesis 15:3. All right, let's look that up. I do this on my phone. Oh shit! Can I do this on my phone? I ain't good with these computers and stuff.
You taking a long time, brother.
Hey, brother, like I just said, I'm not good with this, man. I can't
I'm just saying, because you said that the Bible don't say this, so I gotta wait for you. I gotta be patient for you now and wait for you to read it.
Well, patience is a virtue, man. If you ain't got time, you can get off, bro. It's no problem.
No, I'm not gonna get off until you put this foot in your mouth real quick.
Well, till I put my foot in, till you do what?
Till you put the foot in your mouth that you just said the Bible don't say that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let me hurry to get this because I gotta see this. Genesis 15:3, you said, right?
Yes, sir.
You're talking about Abram. That wasn't Moses. That was Abraham. And Abram said, "You giving me no children." How's that? No, that's not that scripture, bro.
My bad. Not Genesis. Exodus. Pardon me. Exodus 15:3. Exodus 15:3.
Exodus.
Pardon me, everybody in the chat. Exodus, not Genesis.
Okay, here we go. Exodus 15:3. Pharaoh's chariots and his army he has hurled in the sea. The best of Pharaoh's officers are drowned in the river. Huh?
Exodus 15.
Exodus 15:3. The Lord is a warrior. The Lord is his name.
No, King James Version.
King James Version, all right.
That just proved the tampering and the corruption of the Bible right there.
Exodus 15:3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name.
Did it say the Lord is a spook or a spirit or a ghost of war?
It says the Lord is a man of war.
What is a man?
The Lord, a man would be a human, but that's okay.
Who's saying that?
Huh? That's Moses speaking. That's Moses speaking.
Yeah, Moses is speaking. Now you might want to go to Exodus 33:11.
Okay. Say that one again.
Exodus 33:11.
Exodus 33:11.
You can read any version. You there?
And the Lord spake unto Moses face to face, as a man speaketh unto his friend.
What does that mean?
It's a comparison.
No, I'm saying what is the first part? Not as a man. When it say as a man,
Moses, he spoke, and the Lord spoke unto Moses face to face.
All right, stop right there. Do ghosts have faces?
Ghosts don't have faces.
So Moses said he's a man of war, and then he said he speaks to him face to face.
Hold on, bro. Hold on, wait a minute. Before you go any further, wait a minute. It says that.
Okay, but ain't nothing to hold on about.
Oh no, bro, wait a minute. So I can't refute you on that. You ain't gonna let me refute you on that because there's a scripture that talks about. Wait a minute, hold on.
You just contradicting your own book. Anything
I'm not contradicting my own book because in this same chapter it talks about what the Lord said. You can't look upon me face to face because if you do, you will surely die.
If it say that, then the book is corrupt.
No, it's not. It's not corrupt.
How could stop? Let me stop you. Let's calm down.
Okay.
You got to use your brain. If right here it says the Lord is a man of war, and I talk to him face to face, and then another part of the book say that you can't look at me without dying, something is wrong, ain't it?
No, because it's not. Wait, okay. Let me find this scripture here, man.
I'm just saying, we seeing clearly what this say. If you show me a scripture that say that you can't look at me face to face or you will die, something is tampered with, right?
Yeah. Wait, but okay. And here's because Moses in verse 8, and it comes to pass when Moses went up unto the tabernacle that people rose up and stood, and every man at his door looked, blah blah blah, until he was gone into the tabernacle. And it came to pass, Moses entered the tabernacle, the cloudy pillar descended and stood at the door. And the Lord talked with Moses. So the Lord was in the cloud, in the cloud.
Bro,
and he spoke to the cloud. He didn't speak.
Brother. Why are you lying on the book that we just read? We just read 2 verses.
How am I right?
Moses, listen. You are making up something. This is your imagination interpretation when the books literally said, listen to me, don't cut me off. The book, your Bible literally said the Lord would speak, not just one time. This is more than once. So the Lord regularly spoke to Moses face to face. You know what face to face means?
Face to face means face to face, yeah.
So anything else that you saying is contradiction. Anything else you saying is confusion, and the Lord is not the author of confusion, right?
No, he's not the author of confusion.
Then why is it sounding so confusing if one place is saying face to face and the other place saying you can't look at him face to face?
That's not confusion, bro.
That's absolute confusion.
No, confusing to you.
You can't prove it. You can't prove that it makes sense.
It does. It makes sense. It actually makes sense. Like I said,
with somebody that don't got a face, and then how do you call him a man when he's not a man? How does that make sense?
He's not a man. He's a spirit.
Then why the Bible say he's a man?
You know, actually, I can't even answer that.
Yeah, because it's confusion. Because it's tampered with.
Not tampered with, man.
Okay, well, you know best, brother. We just proved it. That's called receipts. That's called receipts.
Okay.
Don't worry about how I feel or what I believe. You call my Muslim belief fake. Like I can't be a Christian. I just told you I believe in Christ. I know Christ, and I just proved that I know the Bible better than you do.
I doubt that, bro. You don't. You don't.
Yeah, I just proved it, bro. On the
you didn't. You didn't prove it.
You said it wasn't there, and it's there. So that means I know it better than you.
No, you don't, bro. Trust me, you don't.
Okay, all right. Trust you.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
Nah, brother, we good, man.
All right, man. I appreciate you, Chris.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, peace. Here's the StreamYard link. I saw a few comments that I wanted to invite up here. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It's Friday, man. It's entertaining. We ain't got nothing else to do. Shouts out to the chat, man. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the like button if y'all don't mind. If y'all appreciate this, y'all don't have to agree, but if y'all appreciate it, if it's educational and entertaining, you know, kind of beefy, like kind of, you know, conflict, controversial, hit the chat, man. Let's get it in. Let's go. Free Scott. Cam, when are you going to speak on Andrew Schultz disrespecting Kendra? I spoke on that yesterday. Right now we on this, but we can get into that if nobody else want to fade me on this subject. We definitely can get into that. Uncle Big Man, aka Guru, the Bible is secret. Secret scared knowledge is coded. You have to be taught how to decode it. This is sage knowledge hidden and obscured from the common man. Yeah. Dale Jackson, what does in spirit and in truth mean though? You know, those that worship him in spirit and in truth. What is and in truth? What is the and in truth part? What is the truth part? Because the spirit ain't true. That's suggesting that the spirit is something other than true.
Sure.
Marlon, what up with you?
Hey, what's up, brother?
No, man, you got it. What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, God is the man. I was looking at that. That was a hard concept for me to wrap my mind around. I heard that concept around 16 or 17. I'm 50 years old.
Right.
And yeah, it just kind of blew my dome back to hear that God is a man. I used to get kicked out of a Sunday school. I had to go to church with grandmama because I asked too many questions.
That's right.
About eating pork, about Abraham wrestling with God. Well, you can't wrestle with a ghost.
Right.
And talking about having a friend.
Hey.
That's a man.
That's what it say.
And they always say he.
That's what it say.
They always say he.
Don't get mad at us. We know what the words mean. If we can look up he in the dictionary, is going to say a male with a penis and testicles. That's what he means.
He. Just a lot of little things that just pointed me to like God got to be a man. And then like things they finding out about technology. This is an old planet. It's not 6,000 years old.
Right.
They find this shit.
Right.
And it's shit on the moon. That you know what I mean? They breaking down that shit here. Donald Trump want the rights to that shit.
Yeah, Elon Musk and all them trying to
go right and all that. Yeah, people invested in that.
Yeah,
it's a lot of dollars floating around. But yeah, God is a man, brother. I'm glad. I just subscribed to your thing.
Man.
And I got on the yard, and then I seen there was another one. It was a high power. Nah, I want to be in there with the bosses. I want to hear that. And it declined me. I'm like, no, I got some money. So I'm trying to get back up in there, but I'll link in always with you, Cam. One of my favorite rappers.
Man, appreciate you, bro.
You on that same line. You've been on that Kendrick. They don't like that. They don't want that.
They don't want it.
All that shit waking people up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. I ain't gonna waste no time. Let you get on here with your people, bro.
Man.
But yeah, salute to you and the nation. But I'm gonna chop it up with you. Man, it's my first time ever doing this, though.
Man, all love and respect, bro. Anytime you get on or whatever, man, you free to hop on, say whatever you want. If you got any business or something that you're doing, trade, anything that you want to shout out that we can support, that we can spend money with you on, you free to shout that out too.
Okay, yeah, peace, brother. I'm trying to get back with you, get everything back together, but
yeah,
take a look at my products at the Godware store on Instagram. Yeah,
say it one more time.
At the Godware store.
At the Godware store. Everybody check out and follow at the Godware store on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
On Instagram. That's our bro, Marlon. Big Marlon Robinson, man. We appreciate you. Much respect to you, loved one.
All right, peace, Black.
All right, peace. Uncle Big Man, aka Guru. I'm not in the nation and only Muslim because I submitted to the will of God. But even I know that Farrakhan is the Messiah. I used to be Rakim living assistant, and I couldn't wait to meet. And my bad. Well, I guess it was too many characters. Yep. Salute, Uncle Big Man. It's all respect. I can't. You must be talking to somebody on Facebook, Daryl. In spirit, you go to church, mosque, synagogue to worship Him in spirit, in truth. Do you go to the club after church service wearing a tight dress? That's not in truth. Yeah, you must be talking to somebody. Tap In TV, salute. Tap In TV, I see you. Timbo Slice, I know Drake did the most cornball-ish in rap history. What's that? Oh man. Chad Stacy say exactly. Candace exposed that BLM by large mansions was a group of grifters, rainbow grifters that gave the movement a bad look. RB Mark 10:18. I don't know what that means. If you want to read it, Mark 10:18. I don't know what that means, but you can hop on here and read it. This ain't reading class. This is live. We having live discussions, live dialogues. You can disagree with me. I welcome it. You know, I talk tough and rough and aggressive, but once you get on with me, you know, if you give me a certain type of energy, then, you know, I'll be quiet and let you spit your case. But I want to be challenged. I want to be disagreed with. I want to be, you know, accused of what you say I am. He said he's suing cats. Damn. Cold business out here in these rap streets. It's getting sued. But yeah, there's the StreamYard quote. Let me hit this one more time, Candace Owens. This is the reason why we're here. Let me see. Can I get this on here one more time? and then we'll wrap it up in 6 minutes. Dougie Fresh, you on? And where'd he go?
ID Rights, can you please interview Farrakhan? He's in his 90s. I actually don't know anything about Louis Farrakhan because when I got into politics, I was always told you can never speak about or know anything about Louis Farrakhan because he's a raging anti-Semite. And I believed that. I'm going to be honest, totally believed that because why would people say that if it wasn't true? And these were people very much on the right. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and be honest about that. That was what I was told.
That's until they started calling her that. She believed that he was a raging anti-Semite until she became a raging anti-Semite. And then she realized, she was probably wrong about Farrakhan. And if he's the number one raging anti-Semite in their eyes and she's number two, then she might need to re-examine, and re-respect Farrakhan, especially since Farrakhan is so spiritual, so much of a master at the Christian Bible, master at the Torah, master at the Quran. He represents all those conservative, righteous, divine values that she says she represents. All anti-abomination, anti-unnatural sins and immoralities and all of that. So, Uncle Big Man. Peace.
Peace. I don't want to touch base on the topic. I've built with you on Bow Tie and the Bad Guy.
Right.
We spoke a few times. Even before that, you taught me a lot. You know what I mean? Even about I thought you really raised my consciousness. I thought being aggressive and all of that was a sign of masculinity and manhood, and you was like, that ain't necessarily got nothing to do with manhood. So
right.
you helped change the course of my thinking. But I'm calling because Gooch, I'm in Gooch's DM. I was supposed to do a few things with Gooch, and I want to get your colloidal silvers and your books and things, because I've been over with Freeway. I've been to the shop where you sell your shakes and all of that, the smoothies. So I seen the books and stuff. I want to get them. I'm opening a dispensary. I got the lease for a dispensary, legal dispensary, licensed in DC. So I want to get your products on there. Me and Gooch supposed to talk. He's supposed to get with me on it. So of course, you guys, I'll go in your DM or whatever for the info, just how to get it so I can order it from you and shelf it. And I was supposed to open about January.
Man,
yes, I definitely want your products, your books, everything on my shelf. That's what I call. I ain't gonna debate you.
No, it's all good. That's exercise. We just in the gym. That's all that is just
I know, but beloved, you are too well versed, and you've never taken a break in this. You've lived this life to the fullest since you got into it years ago. So many of us, we get off on a discourse into other things, while even though you've have family and career, you stayed focused on your nation, on the Nation of Islam and being a soldier. So man, it ain't too many people that's going to be able to mess with you on your intellect and battle you, especially being a student of Farrakhan. And what I was saying on the post was, I've studied everything but Islam, and it revealed to me who the Savior is, the Messiah is, and that is Farrakhan. And when I was Rakim's assistant, they was going to have a meeting, and I was going to tell him. I couldn't wait to tell him that I know who and what you are. I'm glad you returned. It's good to have you back. I wanted to say those things. But that's all I wanted to say. Salute your higher knowledge. I always learn. Good luck to anybody opposing you, because you're extremely well versed. And I want to go in your DM so I can get your products on there. And if you got any idea, you and Gooch, I can get it. I'm not one of the people who wants an investor. So like on my shelf, you can buy all of the edibles. You get the edibles and then go into your account. No, I don't need one.
What can we how can we find you online or on social media? I can't promote,
Yeah, no promoting yet, but no, that just for you. We ain't open. I ain't open yet. I got the license and the lease. So
no, I'm saying
January.
I can't promote that. I can't promote weed. I'm not saying that,
Yeah, I don't know.
I can let you promote it, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
definitely
that's Mr. Butterworth's. Yeah, that's gonna be Mr. Butterworth's. It's on Florida Avenue in Northwest Washington, D.C. coming soon. But we'll get back to you on that. Once I got Cam's products legally on the shelf, I'll promote the
once
place.
you got your own, don't wait for mine. As soon as your doors open, then come back on here, man. We'll do a whole live. You can promote your own product. I just can't promote it because I'm under certain
definitely. But I want your products on my shelf, period. Point blank.
You
That's
got
it. That's it.
You got it, big aunt. All right. Peace and blessings. All right. Hell, I think that's it. I think we covered the 3 hours on this Friday, December 6th, post birthday. How you feeling?
I feel good.
Feel good? Yeah, you can say something. Parting words.
I know this was like from a few like 20 minutes ago or something when you were on the when that other dude I think was on. But I was just looking at the chat and stuff while he was talking, and I kept seeing gossip.
Oh yeah, gossip girl.
Yeah, and I just was kind of like just observing and watching, and you kept saying like something about Scorpio. Like, what is that? Like the zodiac sign?
Yeah, I guess I didn't see.
I don't know what that had to do with anything, but
yeah, our people been through a lot. Our people is dealing with a lot of trauma and unresolved issues. So, and this just ain't the platform for it. You know what I'm saying? I got big respect for my sister Gossip TV, but it's just certain places ain't the time or the place for certain subjects or whatever. So, because we done all been through something. Some of us is handling it. They've been through a little more than we've been through. But I wish I could do them more justice. But there's so many other people and other things to talk about that we was talking about a different subject. So this just ain't the night for it. That's all. That's all. But we respect you and love you, Gossip Sister, Gossip TV. But we don't do that here. We do facts and receipts here. We do the opposite of gossip. To us, that's a sin. We don't gossip and backbite and slander and all of that. So that's that. What up with you, baby? You good? You good? All right. Anything I want to say? Anything else you want to say? Anybody want to say anything?
I want to say hit that like button.
Oh yeah, say that.
Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time we do a new live. Every time we make a new live.
All right. You heard it. The young daughter guy said, hit the like button.
Hit the subscribe.
Hit the subscribe button.
Notification bell so you be notified every time we make a new live.
Hit the notification bell so you be notified every time we do a new live, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Peace. Appreciate y'all.